A Cumulus station. Trending now at 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon. I am Joe Hunk, and we now know the Preds and the Hurricanes are tied at 2 thanks to the game winner shot last night in double overtime of Game 4. But who will the Preds play if they get 2 more dubs against the Canes? Well, we could find that out tonight as the Tampa Bay Lightning hold a 3-1 lead over the Florida Panthers. That game is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. Central, and you'll be able to watch that on CNBC. This morning on FS1's Undisputed, Shannon Sharp called Julio Jones live, and Julio said that he was out of Atlanta and that he does not want to go to Dallas because he wants to win. Now, moments earlier, or just a little while ago, FanDuel released new odds based on that conversation, and at the moment, the Titans are the leader at plus 175. And the SEC baseball tournament bracket is now set, and both Tennessee and Vanderbilt earned a first-round bye over the weekend. Tennessee is going in as the number 2 seed, and they're going to be taking on the winner of Alabama and South Carolina, while Vandy is the 4 seed and will face the winner of Auburn and Ole Miss. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once at your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3.
Welcome to 3HL.
Yeah, first of all,
Happy Monday. There's Dawn Davenport. She's over there wearing her Preds colors.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that your Nashville SC colors?
Good Lord.
The soccer community has just tried to destroy every ounce of what Babs feels good about herself.
Like coming at me, calling me fat, ugly, dumb blonde.
Dense was one of them.
Dense, yes.
Dense.
Yes, yes.
Soccer community, man.
It's good. It's good.
It's a grace-throwing group of people.
Oh
I
my
guess.
gosh.
We will get into that
Yep.
because I want to hear like legit what they. And it all happened because you responded to a Buck Reising poll.
Yeah.
A
So
Buck
he
Reising
texted
poll,
me
boy.
in all caps, like, I'm dying laughing at this right now because he saw what was going on Twitter, right? Hey, can I first say this? You guys know me. I freaking love this town. I will support any team that is in this town. I am all about Nashville SC or whatever the heck they are. Go Nashville. I love our town. I want them to win. I want them to kick everyone's butt. I also want them to stop with the draws. But anyway, so yeah,
I told you that's my big
it's my
I don't have the
biggest
attention
issue.
span necessary for
draws,
soccer.
yeah.
I don't have it. You know how many shots? Think about this. You know how many shots on goal? Like, I'll use the hockey phrase. I don't know what the soccer people call it, but the legit shots on goal for Austin FC. It's the city, not some dude named Austin that's out there playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
One.
Uno.
I don't have the attention span. I'm too stupid for something
But
like
Brent, that's great defense.
that. I'm out. That's like Don Mattingly saying all these no-hitters is bad for baseball. And he goes, look, I respect someone's ability to go out there and do that inning after inning, especially when you get late in the game. It becomes a real mental grind. He goes, but I'm telling you, it's bad for our game. And I thought, wow, what a great thing to say, because I love seeing a no-hitter and the history of all of that. And, we saw one at Wrigley one day, but it was interesting to hear him say that. So, yeah, I mean, Austin FC had one shot. I had 12 shots, but one
legit that counted as
the goaltender made a save on.
Shot on goal.
Yeah, shot on goal.
So let me go ahead and tell you why what started my I hate draws early on in soccer. My first job out of college was in Wilmington, North Carolina. local sports person there. We had the Wilmington Hammerheads there of the PSL League, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Everybody.
Wait, are there hammerheads off the coast of Wilmington?
I don't know. That
Better
was just
be.
the soccer name.
That
Was just the team's name. I don't know.
Well, you
People
just
run
got me
around with
thinking, like,
hammerheads.
where are hammerheads? Like, I would love to see a hammerhead. Like, you're hammering the mic with your
He's
head.
right there.
I'm a hammerhead.
There's a hammerhead.
Yeah, so I would, on the weekends, work by myself. They played Saturday night, 7 o'clock, is when the game starts or whatever. It was
So
a
you
big
would
deal
go
in the
shoot
town.
it and
I would
lug,
go
like,
shoot
70
it.
pounds of equipment.
70 pounds of equipment, having to put together an entire show by myself that was waiting back at the station as I'm waiting for highlights. I stayed the entire game because that was our lead. That was a big deal in that town. And I would get so frustrated and pissed off when I would have like 0 highlights. 0.
And then,
Like,
like,
oh,
that can
look,
be
it's a
frustrating.
scoreless tie.
inevitably, you get done with your cast, you go into the sports office, the phone is ringing, and it's somebody going, why didn't you have any of the goals from the soccer game?
Yes. I'm like, I'm one person, and I was there for an hour.
And the odds are
doing
there
the
might
best
And I
I
was
can
there
do.
for 2 hours.
there might not be
And I
any.
didn't get crap. So
right.
I probably have like a little, like, something embedded in me that's like left over from
Oh.
20 years ago.
So can we
of me dealing with that?
Can we cure that?
Uh,
Can we get you behind the wonderful sport of football?
Not with the way these fans are talking to me on Twitter. Hell no. Y'all are all the devil.
There's Don Davenport. Y'all are all the devil in segment 1. This is where we are. Ron Slay is here.
I'm in the building.
Ron, how did the betting go this weekend?
Listen, man, the betting didn't go so hot. But I will say I am elated. If that's what it takes me to lose in order for the Preds and us as a city to win,
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Okay, but I know on Friday
You're painting
you
yourself into a
hit
box
the
there,
over in the Preds game.
Yeah, but when it goes to overtime, you don't win.
Oh, you didn't hit the over before
Nope.
overtime? Oh, I thought you won the whole
I'll bet that's
time.
something you
Okay.
didn't know until you thought you
didn't.
won.
And then it made me go back and look
Okay.
at it and say, dude, how did I not win? And it says in small caps. Small caps. It can't be small caps.
Little
huh?
asterisk.
Yeah, there you go. Little asterisk.
Yeah.
Excluding overtime.
Mm.
So
Yee.
that hurts me. But at the same time,
Yeah?
with that hurt
I'm telling you, man.
comes the victory,
Listen,
and I love it. I love it.
Buck hates the vibing. But I'm telling you, man, after that Friday show, there's no
telling you,
way
man,
that team wasn't vibing after
It was
that.
no way possible.
You were
man.
in there with the white tank top undershirt. Is that what we call it?
Yep, undershirt.
I heard Ramon call it something else today.
Yep. A shirt. You can call it A shirt too.
Yeah, and you were waving your Boom Boom Room T-shirt.
That's right.
And people down on the street and in the Bridgestone
That's
Plaza
right.
were looking up at Poncho and Lefties on the rooftop, and you were getting everybody fired up. And I think that's when the Preds discovered their will to win.
And
right
that's
there.
where it started. And guess what?
Outlast,
we
man.
were able to pull Babs over. Babs started that show at, I think, a 3 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Started out a 3 out of 10. By the time that show ended and Baby Babs was there and everything was flowing, the energy was great. Babs and Uncle Slay were vibing. Hey, man, we moved up. So you know what? They can win this game. They can win it. And what did they do? Went out and won it.
Listen, man, and
Man.
we've got a lot to get to with regard to that little topic, but the Preds back in it with those 2 double overtime wins. And what did I say on Friday? I would prefer no drama, like a 4-0 win.
Yeah.
Would
Oh
be
my
nice.
gosh.
Ooh.
That was like
Is there-
heart attack Friday.
Yeah.
Is there-
follow-up heart attack Sunday.
Is there anything more intense
Double heart attack.
than overtime playoff hockey with your team in it?
No.
I-
When you know
Oh my
for your
gosh.
team it is a must win
Right,
on top
because
of
the
it.
first scenario is if they get one past Soros, they're up 3-0.
Right.
The second one, if they get past Soros, they're up 3-1, going back home.
You
The
don't
Preds
want
haven't
either
won
of them.
there
Yep.
this year.
Yep.
So, I mean, just unbelievable. And so the game winners, I mean, the pass. Look, I love it for Duchesne. I'll get to that in a second. But the pass from Yossi up in the air, halfway across the ice to land it right at the blue line, and then Duchesne to soften the puck by hitting it before it hits the ice
Mm-hmm.
and then corralling it. And I thought he would go he was moving right to left. I thought he would go left toward the left post. but he goes back the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, just a brilliant shot, and that guy needed it and
Amen.
deserved it.
Yeah, every bit of it.
And listen, Ron, as a player, like if you're going through some kind of funk
Mm-hmm.
and you get a moment like that, in Game 4, that dude was playing completely loose.
Yep, sure was.
Completely different.
That's all it takes. You just need to see that puck go in one time. Just like in basketball, you need to see that shot go in one time.
Yeah.
You need to watch that ball go into your hands onto a catch to break that streak. In football, it's all the simple things, man.
Listen,
Once you see it
you know,
opens up.
in basketball, any of us can go out there and shoot hoops, right? Like, so I think a lot of us can relate to like missing 9 or
Right.
10 in a row, right? But then when you make one and you feel it go in, you're like a whole new person,
Yeah, it is.
just like that.
Just like golf.
Yeah.
Golf triggers you.
And so then Cunnin in Game 4 loses his stick, skates by the bench. Equipment manager gives him the stick.
Hey, let me get that stick.
Joe Hunk telling the story beautifully before the show. Gets the stick and then the game winner. I mean, just
Big time, man.
awesome.
Big time.
And it's so funny, like hockey is unlike anything else. Like with the flow and everything's going and you know, you can go from feeling like safe, like there's not a big moment about to happen to like the Preds have the puck behind the net and then center it and goal, game over. Just like that. I mean,
fast.
Yeah.
it's so crazy how awesome that is.
And I couldn't stop smiling all weekend.
It was a pretty good weekend
Like,
for
I mean,
Tennessee
all week.
teams, including that soccer team.
It was
Nashville SC 1-0.
It's
Yep.
wild.
They're undefeated.
Preds. Don't. That's for a different
They
segment.
got 2 wins.
They have 2 wins.
There you
They are
go.
undefeated. 2
They
wins
got
in their
the-
6 games. They're undefeated,
Oh, they're on the
baby.
winning streak. I think they're on the winning streak.
They
Let's say
haven't
that.
allowed a goal, though, since April 24th.
Me either.
Yeah, I'll bet you have.
I'm drawing.
See, that's the stat, though. That's the stat.
407 minutes.
Celebrate that
That, yeah,
stat.
yeah.
That's an
Don't
unbelievable stat,
celebrate
right?
It is.
the undefeated. Celebrate that stat.
I mean,
That's
they are
freaking
undefeated.
impressive.
We're not letting people score. Yeah.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing over there. That's a different segment, okay?
Did you
I'm
have-
already fired up.
Did you allow? Did you give Buck permission to just throw your Twitter, your text strand out there on Twitter?
No.
And he did.
He did it anyway.
Come on, Buck, man.
I mean, you guys know me. I'm usually pretty much an
mean,
open book, so I
you
don't
don't
really
care,
care.
but-
But yeah.
A lot of people would care. Maybe Julio Jones would care to know that he was on TV.
Right. Like maybe he would care to know that there's 5 million people listening to what he has to say about his current team.
And hanging on to every word.
Especially now when there's no football going on, and then that happens.
The guy.
Everybody, like that went everywhere. We'll
Like,
talk about it.
There's no way, right? There's no way.
You don't do that.
I mean, there was like a text or something prior.
Like,
No,
Yeah,
I don't
we-
think so.
We in radio, we can't do that.
No, it's illegal. I want to say it's illegal there in California where they do their show because
Well,
that's
it's
where
not illegal.
Fox
I'm
is.
not going to jail, but
No,
the
it
FCC
is.
can fine us.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
If
it's against
Julio
FCC
had an
rules.
issue with it, though, yes,
It's
it's
breaking
a
the
problem.
rules. It's a rule being broken.
Right.
8-seed Memphis Grizzlies shock 1-seed Jazz in Utah yesterday. I watched that. Curious if you're all in. Tennessee wins the SEC East for the first time since 1997. And Corbs taking a shot at the Vols. I'm liking this version of Corbs where he's talking about crowd size and doesn't matter if you win the East. I mean, it's
I just
awesome.
like the bar that Vitello has set. How about that? Thanks, Corbs.
Yeah.
Without that bar being said by Vitello, we don't hear about Corbs saying this.
Phil Mickelson wins the PGA, oldest man to ever win a major. We'll talk about that. And high school hoops powerhouses are forming an elite national league to set to begin this season. And your old coach, Steve Smith, right in the middle of that from Oak Hill Academy, he was on with us a couple of weeks ago and said basically that was about to happen. So that might be his last bit of his legacy to help launch
Push
that
into
thing
that.
and then go into retirement. So we've got a lot to get to.
Ron, I'm scared that college basketball, like your day, it's never going to be the same.
It's
done.
It's over, Babs. It's over.
That makes me want to cry.
It's over.
I've got a random text to somebody that showed up at Puckett's in Leiper's Fork and sang a song. I've got that for you, too, when we come back. You're going to want to hear that. And what song it was. All that coming up, 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
After dropping the first 2 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Predators pulled out 2 overtime wins at Bridgestone Arena over the weekend against the Carolina Hurricanes. With the series now tied at 2 games apiece, the Preds look to steal Game 5 on the road tomorrow night. Continuous team coverage all day, with your first chance to react after the game on 104.5 The Zone TV, on Nashville's home for the best Predators coverage. 104.5 The Zone.
Hello, early risers, self-starters, and seasoned pros. Welcome to Thompson Machinery, your local Cat dealer. With offers like 0% for 60 months, it's easy to stop by and stay a while at your home for Cat compact equipment. Whether you're a business owner or contractor, buying or renting, at Thompson Machinery, it all starts with hello. Stop by today and ask about 0% for 60 months on select new Cat compact equipment, or visit tmcat.com/big-time support. Terms and conditions apply.
Sports betting legal in Tennessee, and I know a lot of y'all are having fun with it. I see the messages, and if you haven't dove in, give action247.com a try. And if you participate with one of the other companies, make sure you give the local guys a shot as well. The only local legal sports book in the state of Tennessee, by Tennesseans, for Tennesseans. Amber is the one that gave me that line, and it's true. The only local legal sports book in Tennessee. So you can do everything. There are ways for you to get cash out and pay with cash as well. The only group that can do that for you. They're up and running with the apps as well. That's the easiest way to get it done. Download the apps, Apple, Android, whatever you've got, you'll be able to get it. Action247.com. Again, the website, hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs, NASCAR, golf. Man, what a weekend it was this weekend. And you can supplement your sports entertainment viewing pleasure with action247.com. Throw $10 in there, throw $20 in there, and you'll have a lot more interest in maybe a sport you don't normally have an interest in, or maybe you can throw $1,000. I don't know what you're doing. But anyway, let me know when you win. At Brett Doherty. These are the guys I use. Action247.com. Must be 21 years or older and present in Tennessee to bet. For gambling problem support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Due to a shortage of new and used vehicles, prices are much higher than they were just a year ago. Some may even tell you now is not the time to buy a vehicle. But at Music City Autoplex, they have actively increased their inventory and selection. They believe that if you're going to buy a vehicle now, you should still be able to get what you want at some of the lowest prices in the market. Biggest inventory, best selection, best prices. When you compare, it's obvious why Music City Autoplex is the uncommon dealership. Go to MusicCityAutoplex.com or visit in person, 2430 Gallatin Pike North.
One thing everybody needs, Wi-Fi that can keep up. That's why Xfinity gives you Wi-Fi speed faster than a gig to power a house full of devices. It's the fastest Wi-Fi you can get, and it's only from Xfinity. Can your internet do that? Learn more about the fastest Wi-Fi available only from Xfinity or other fast speed options. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, ask about speed 2 times faster than AT&T. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay. Ends June 22nd, 2021. Restrictions apply. New performance starter, 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees are extra and subject to change. After the term, regular rates apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and compatible X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.
Drive, a division of Tenneco in Smyrna, has multiple openings for material handlers, full-time day, night, and weekend shifts, and part-time positions available as well. Drive offers
messages like every time we come back from break, no audio. Well, we can't play the audio when we're playing music because of, ASCAP and BMI and those guys. So maybe we should just come back from break raw. Like Eddie Murphy raw.
I don't like that.
Well, let's not go Eddie Murphy raw. Let's anybody that's seen Eddie Murphy raw.
Then we won't be coming back at all ever
We'll be
again.
on VHL.
Leather suits.
Still, Bill, I said have a Coke and a smile.
We come back in leather suits. That'd be beautiful.
Oh, man. All right. So that's the thing. If you're watching Zone TV, that's why it's there's no audio at the beginning.
It's not the new producer screwing up.
But you could see Dawn dancing. Is that what happened there?
Yeah, Dawn was dancing and there was no audio, so you just see her dancing and waving her hands as she was going.
Do I look like I have rhythm?
Tons of it.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of
You
it.
can't tell. You can't hear the
overflowing.
music.
Was
Yeah.
she waving her
Overflowing with
hands in the air?
Like she just don't care?
Yeah. By the way, shout out to everybody working outside today, man. If you're listening, you got the earbuds in or whatever, man. That's a tough one.
It's sticky out there.
It's tough out there today.
Ooh, summer's gonna be good
Like,
and hot.
I know this is going to sound bad because it's easy for me to say sitting in an air-conditioned studio that's usually too cold, right, Dawn?
I wish it was
Always.
colder.
It's
No
actually
matter-
not today.
Yeah, no matter what the temperature, usually it's cold in here for some reason. But you kind of get used to it, right? But like the first few days of like 90 plus are tough on. And man, if you're working outside and that heat's coming off that pavement right
Ooh.
back at you, so you're getting it from the top and the bottom.
That's what you call a heater monster.
Oh, what?
You go outside the heater monster.
Heater monster.
The heater monster out there today.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah. You're going to hear a lot of things from me, Babs. You ain't never heard.
By the way, you got some love from the BP.
I did get some love, man. Now, first of all, I want to give a shout out to the city of Nashville.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
The 615.
Way to bring the energy. Friday, and see, that just spilled. There was so much energy. It was enough to spill over to Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, y'all picked it up. And that's what. See,
I was kind of worried about the 1:30 start time, right?
I was.
Because a lot of people hadn't had in the building hadn't had a chance to get as lubed up as they might normally get
Right.
for a night game.
right. But you got to get fried early.
But yeah, I guess they did because they were throaty in there.
Yes, they were. Those people throaty.
It was loud up in there.
Yes. Yes, it was, dude. Man, hey, man, super, super, super salute to everybody feeding off the energy. And I promise you, the Preds needed that. Hey, man, it showed. It showed. The Stone was rocking. It was everything it was supposed to be, and it was everything they advertised. I said it was going to be 2-2. It's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Come back
called it.
Thursday.
You know what? I
Talk
can't
to
even
me.
believe I'm bringing this up, but I think I am a woman of my word here.
Yes.
But I think that we may have placed a bet
Yes, indeed.
on that beautiful rooftop at Poncho and Lefty's, and I, in fact, did lose.
Yes,
Yeah,
said
but
bet.
we never really came
We
up
didn't-
with what the bet was.
And the people
Did
kind
it.
of, yeah, it was
so it's
hyped.
hard now to come back and be like, yeah, I lost the bet. And you say, okay, well, now you have to do this.
This is
you
very
know?
true. But this is what I go out on the limb after.
We do have the mayor here, though, who can figure
it,
it all
yeah.
out.
Well,
He can
here's the
counsel
thing.
us.
Did we get too hyped?
That's what it-
and we like
that was the
moved
problem.
past the bet and
That
we
was the
just
problem.
forgot
I
because
like the wings idea personally.
Well, yeah, because you want to steal them and eat them all.
Listen to this guy.
I like the wing.
By the way, if you're watching on Zone TV, Hunk is freshly cut in there with that mohawk.
freshly spiked.
The Hunk Hawk.
Yeah, it's hot out. You gotta shave the excess away.
Yeah, just got it done before coming on the show.
Here you go. Jeremy sent us a tweet at 3HL1045 if you want to hook in that way. That's a great way to hook into the show. He sent a picture of himself in his FedEx shirt drinking a bunch of water.
Oh, that's real. Yeah, you got to hydrate before Thursday.
Hydrate up, man.
Because Thursday you're
Hydrate
going to be
before
dehydrated.
Thursday. These guys got to hydrate for survival out there making deliveries.
Yeah, but you be all right. Just be ready Thursday. But let me get my love, and then we want you to get back to the council.
Because people will have plenty of time to get fried on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. It's
The
a
game's
late
not
game.
to win?
8:30. 8:30.
So
Hey, that is way better than when they're playing West. Can you imagine if they're playing someone on the West Coast with
At
a
8:30?
double
Yeah, that would be-
overtime
yeah, that would-
game?
yeah,
I
that
mean,
would
we
be
would have been
ugly.
up at like
That would
4
be
in the
ugly.
morning.
That would be ugly.
I'm in.
It would have
Bloody
been
Mary
back
time.
to back,
That's
4
been
in
my
the
guy's
morning.
time.
Yeah.
Just go from vodka
You-
soda to Bloody Marys.
And my guys be texting at that time anyway. We should
Call in sick.
Brenton Slay would have no issue with that. Your girl over here would be like dead.
We'll start a different thread. We'll
like-
catch you about self.
Yeah. Bedtime's at 8 p.m. for me now, so you know.
Feeding would have to be like around the second overtime. You're
Yeah,
good.
without doubt.
That's true. That's
Without
true.
doubt.
I'm not gonna lie. Me, Ron, and Ramon do have a separate we might be
goes all
having a
night.
few drinks.
Right,
thread.
like 1 in the morning text thread.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I'm not on that.
I know.
God,
My
I
wife's
have
like,
time
"What are
change.
you doing?" I'm like texting Ron and Ramon pictures of drinks.
Yeah, exactly. It's going down.
Let's see. What else do we have? We have Henry. Thanks, Brent. I've been outside all day painting and railing the deck. Hooty Lord, I'm sunburnt. It's freaking hot outside. Yes, it is. And I'm looking for one more. There it is. V Love. He hate V on Twitter. Can confirm that we did get fried early for Sunday. Shout out Broadway Brew House in Paradise Park.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, Paradise Park?
Yeah, it's there.
It's there?
Yeah.
I thought it was gone. It's
Well,
just different.
It's a sliver of it.
What is Paradise Park?
Oh Lord,
Oh.
Ron. Here you go. At Ron Slay 35.
Wait,
Glad
like
that
you
asked.
Wait, no. You don't know the old Paradise Park that
Send-
was there before?
In front of the
Send-
Hilton?
Send
In
your
downtown?
pics from you in Paradise Park to Ron Slay 35.
I gotta go dig, man. I gotta
Never-
find you some pics.
It's
like,
the AstroTurf place with the tall boys and
With the trailer?
and the greatness and the tots and
Now,
the cheeseburger.
okay, so this is what y'all got to understand.
he
I
was
gone for 14
overseas
years,
for
yeah.
yes,
Like,
you're
I was-
right.
I was out of here.
He was in Italy.
Plus, when you
and-
go downtown, you just drive through there.
Yeah, I was,
To
I
show
was
people.
totally disconnected. Yeah, I wasn't even driving downtown for a while, so I mean, I wasn't even.
I
really
sidetracked
wasn't
you
here.
though on the
Oh,
the
I'm giving
B-
a shout out.
on
No,
the
you can't,
BP
you can't
at
sidetrack.
Wedgwood. Yeah.
You can't sidetrack. I want to give a shout out to the city, the hood that's been showing love to the Boom Boom Room. I was just stopped, forgot my man's name, man, at the BP, but he showed love and
I
said,
wish you'd have told me before you forgot because that's what
I,
we got.
you would have,
last
you
time.
would have,
I
yeah,
would've
you
had
would
it.
have picked it up.
Yeah.
But he showed love, said, keep doing your thing on there, man. The city's behind you. So that was big time. And then he bought some Boom Boom Room shirts.
Oh, yay.
You know what I mean? So I was, it was, that's what's up, man. And a lot of people in the city been showing love. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to keep bringing the energy if y'all keep giving the energy.
Listen, man,
That's how we keep it
It's
rolling.
hot out there in the hood too. We
It
appreciate
is.
the love for
Well, without
for 3HL.
question. Yeah.
Awesome.
All sides, north, east, south, and west.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, we love all.
Yeah, and Franklin. I went by
Parts of
Keith Bully.
Nashville.
I went to the Bullies coffee shop today, and I don't even drink coffee.
Oh, Bullocks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just love,
Just
yeah.
love coffee.
Mac
Yeah.
Ewing.
It's really good.
Man,
Was
you
he
were north side. Like it's
Yeah.
growing so much out there. You got directional.
Dude, that's crazy.
But was he there like
Yeah.
cooking and doing dishes?
Yeah, he came from behind. He came from behind.
Anytime I've like gone in there, he's working.
And I was hoping he wasn't there because I was taking out my phone at the time about to take a picture, and here I see him in my camera coming out. I was like, oh,
Nope.
damn, you got me.
He's a legit business
Hey,
guy,
man.
man. He's there all the time.
He
You
sure
have
is.
to be. If you want it to be successful, you got to be there.
You got some big things popping too, man. So salute to the bully.
Yep. Salute to all y'all that are spreading the word of 3HL. 615-737-1045. My brother-in-law just texted me, Blake Rayburn, said, I meant to tell you, Johnny Damon walked into Puckett Saturday night, got up on stage, and sang It's Friday, I'm in Love by The
wow.
Cure.
Are you serious? I need video of this. Who
Oh,
has
wow.
video? We got to get the video out there.
Dude,
What does Johnny
Wow.
look like right now?
He
That's
was
a great
clean
question.
cut.
He was?
He was
Okay.
clean cut for a while, and when after the Yankees days.
No long hair?
No. When he turned into the Yankees, they have the dress code and they have a hair code.
Oh,
So-
that's true.
so he cut it
kept,
off.
Oh, yeah.
he kept the clean cut look?
Yeah, that's the last I saw. He was
I
clean
love it.
cut.
I liked him with the shadow.
Yeah.
I like
And
when
the
he
long
keep
hair,
shadow
too.
and the long hair, yeah.
doing the pull ups naked.
I
missed
just
that
pulled up a picture of him. He's got a mohawk.
He got a honk hole! He got a honk hole!
He's a Mohawk brother.
Johnny Damon, if you're listening, give us a shout, bro.
Come on now.
Love it. 615-737-1045. Cousin Danny wants to talk about Dawn and soccer. Danny, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Danny?
Hey, what up, fam? Good to talk to you. Glad that we had a nice weekend in Tennessee. But, of course, Monday starts off with hate and pettiness, and I'm annoyed by it. Miss Dawn,
Yes.
I think that you are phenomenal. You are the main reason I started to listen to this show. I think you're great. And some of this nastiness I'm seeing on Twitter, I just got to tell you, ma'am, I am sorry. There's some simple fools out there. But my goodness gracious, to call out the obvious and say, hey, are we going to call draws an undefeated season? Really? That's how we're going to go? And people want to jump on you and make it personal? Bro, like a sport that doesn't reward mediocrity like it's something special. Get real. Like, grow a pair and stop talking about Dawn like she's something that, other than, like, an awesome person. I've got, like, I'll take it on an even deeper level. Like, for you to be going as deep and hard as you go in this show and in Nashville sports while being a mom, like, major props. My wife and I are about to have our 4th in 5.5 years. And girl, it ain't easy.
Hello.
How in the world? You guys are saints.
Two of
I
them-
can't handle one.
Hey, the last one, 9.5 months after a vasectomy. So it's just a surprise. It's a crazy blessing, right?
Oh, it's meant to be.
Dude, you got super stuff,
Right?
man.
That's why. Anyway, I don't want
Yes,
to get
you
into that
do.
side of things. But for real, Miss Dawn, I am just shocked and chagrined at some of the hate I'm seeing on Twitter. That's why I don't do Twitter much anymore. It's just toxic. But I got to tell you, fam, you're beautiful. You're wonderful. I love hearing your voice on radio. And don't let these soccer suckers say nothing about you because they're just punks that wish they knew anything about real sport. I love you, girl.
Get a
Thank you,
sport
cousin
that
Danny.
doesn't reward mediocrity.
That's
Oh
the
my
best
Lord,
one.
that was a haymaker right there.
And see, everybody
Appreciate the
knows
love.
that. Babs said that when I was trying to get my 35% and trying to win with my 35% on the poll that we put up that time. She wouldn't let me get away with it. So people should know.
Speaking
Right?
of speaking of the poll, I read a story on Friday. No, it was on
Like,
Saturday.
I don't discriminate. I go at anything like
Yeah,
that. Like, I
it's-
go
yes,
at
any- yes, whatever,
participation
yeah.
trophies. I go at draws. I go
It
at all
started
that.
out kind of as a joke until people just started, just waylaying on you.
It absolutely started as a
Way
joke
later.
until people decided that, I guess that's Twitter though, but
Yeah.
decided that they want to personally attack instead.
Speaking of the poll, you mentioned the poll. Speaking of the poll, I saw a story on Saturday from Fox 17 News. There is a stripper shortage in Nashville.
I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that.
Yeah, that's a damn shame, man. It is. I mean,
So in the story, like if you
want
if you
people to
clicked
have
on the
work.
story, I
Yeah.
was trying to, do research for the show. So I clicked on the story, and so Deja Vu is offering $1,000 signing bonus. Like that's where we
Like,
are.
you
as
get
a
it done.
stripper community.
Signing bonus. It's not prorated. It's here
No,
you go.
you get it. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, man. Somebody got to get in there and lock the door, I guess. The door's unlocked and people just slithering out of there.
Boy, that's a great way to put it.
All right. This is where we've turned at 3:30 on a Monday.
Well, I don't know. My brain works. Cousin Justin, is this caller Don Davenport's husband or something? Dude came
Right.
on the air swinging for Don.
Yeah.
No, trust me, my
We all
husband
battle
wouldn't
for
swing that. My husband would tell me to stop pressing send.
Cuzzo Mike, tell him Ron Slay, you good in every hood.
You better know it, man.
Certified.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
V Love sent great pictures from Paradise Park.
Oh,
let me
so
go look at this.
good.
Yeah, it's the
On
$6
Twitter?
Yeah, $6 pictures of Natty Light. One, he's like crunched down, sitting on a table with 2 pictures. See, that's the V Love I know and love.
Ooh,
I told you the
pictures.
first time I met him was at the Music City Bowl at 10 in the morning. He had 2 tall boy Natty Lights in his hand. 10 in the morning.
This was my.
I'm like, this is the kind of guy I can get with right here. Well, that didn't sound right. So, what about Soccer Dawn?
Uh-uh.
You
So
know
that's
what?
where we are at 3:36
No,
on
dude,
Monday.
like,
Right.
This was my thing.
I don't want to hear that in the promo.
The pictures, but mine at that time were pictures in Long Island. I used to love pictures in Long Island. Pictures of Long Island. I see.
Boy, they used to have that on the strip at Tennessee.
Hey, see, now you going
Yeah.
down my ass. So people, I don't want you all to be like, oh no, Ron Slay, you ain't. Don't come for me like you just came from Dawn. I was not here in the city for 14 years, people.
Yes, you were
Right.
overseas playing
I
ball.
can tell you exactly what was going on in Milan, though. I can tell you exactly what was going on in Rome or in Lisbon or
Do
something
they have
like
a
that.
stripper shortage there now? Is
They
this
probably
just
have
a
to turn-
Nashville thing?
They probably had to turn him away over there.
You know what? They did have one in Greece.
Oh,
But Greece's economy, their economy is pretty bad. So,
How do they give you your sign-on bonus? Is it like 1s, 20s? Like, how do they do
Oh,
this?
my Lord.
and in Puerto Rico, it was all 20s. Ain't that something?
Ain't
That
that
is
something?
Like I went to the bank and said when the guy was like, "Hey man, this is Puerto Rico. It's crazy." First of all, man, but I went to the bank. The guy was like,
"You have
GM,
so many stories that you can't tell."
I got plenty. Like the GM was like, "Hey man, come
he
down
tells
here."
them.
He doesn't.
I don't mean
telling
to.
them.
Yeah. But the GM was like, "Come down here, meet me at the bank." I was like, "All right, cool." It wasn't nothing but I think maybe $10,000 signing bonus at that time. He was like, "Come on, man, come down here, meet me at the bank. It's cool." I'm like, "All right, cool." I get down there to the bank. He bring a big old bankroll out, all cash, $10,000. I'm looking like, darn, that looked like more than $10,000. He got up on me and it was all 20s.
No.
I was like, "Hey man, just give me
It was
hundreds or something."
$10,000 in
20s.
20s.
I said, "Man, just give me hundreds, man." He was like, "We don't give hundreds here." We don't give
Oh my
hundreds here.
gosh. Like, you probably looked like a freaking drug dealer.
I said, "Can I open up an account?" They said, "No, you can't open up no account." I said, "What am I supposed to do with the money?" He was like, "You just got to keep it in your room. Make sure you lock your doors." I'm the only one know.
Oh my
I
gosh.
said, "Hey man, hey,
No
boy,
wonder
this is Santa."
no wonder your hashtag is lock the door.
And guess what? Babs, can you guess where I put the money
Babs
at?
could go home after that line.
Where'd I put the
It's
money
not
at,
better
Babs?
than that.
Where'd I put the money at, Babs? Because they wouldn't let me get a bank account. Where did I put the money at?
Oh my gosh, I don't even
Take a
know.
while to
I'm
get
like
bed.
sweating.
Boom.
Under your bed? Oh my,
10,000
Under
in
your
20s
mattress?
Under my mattress.
oh my gosh.
And under my mattress. And just, hey. And
You're
then
like
it
the
was done when I
Godfather.
got-
We're going
Dude,
to the mattresses.
I was so nervous at practice, like, man, I know he's sending somebody over there. But
get
the
the
good
money?
thing is
Because
we stayed on the golf
yes,
course. That's what I was
because
thinking.
they know that you have $10,000 in 20s
Yep.
worth of cash.
Yep.
Man, you're just a target. You're just a sitting
was.
target.
I was.
American
So,
sitting target.
All the NBA guys like the wings down in Atlanta at the strip club.
Yeah.
Do they have wings at like internationally?
They are
in strip
actually
The
they're
wings
very
are actually
good in
Yeah, they-
Atlanta. I grew up there. I know.
yeah. Like you can go there and get some wings for internationally. I caught them in Greece doing a trick. And I don't know if they do this in other establishments here in the United States. I would think they don't because the bottle comes closed. In Greece, they would not let you
Open
order
own
your bottle and open it yourself. They had to bring it to you. So I'm sitting there with one of my partners, the Warwick Spencer, and we sitting there together. And I'm like, dude, this is like our fourth look. They were giving us the little bottles of Moet. I'm like, dude, this is like our fourth or fifth bottle of Moet, dog. I ain't even feeling it, man. What's going on? He was like, man, I ain't feeling it either. So I went back there. We knew the manager. I went back there in the back. Dude, don't you know they refilling and putting half water in the Moet and bringing out the straws? I'm like, hey, man, this is some bull. And the manager's like, oh, no, come back here, man. I give you the. I said, nah, man, I don't even want the real thing. I'm gone, man. I'm gone. We was ready to spend a nice little bankroll in there too, man. But, man, them people out there, man, so you buying the lady a drink and you buying her a little bottle. She acting like she getting drunk. I went, man, hey, man.
Man, she can hold her liquor well. That's
Yeah.
giving me a lot more.
You've been drinking all day, but you've been sipping water out of Moet bottle. Hey, boy, them people wrong over there in Greece. They'll do anything to get a dime, though, I'm telling you. They ain't got a dime, so they'll do anything to get a dime. Man, I got some stories for you, man.
I am amazed
Way to go,
right
Preds.
now.
I got some stories for you, man. You know what I mean? Let's way to go, Preds, though. All this came by us talking about the pitchers of beer. Let's go to break.
Wow.
Have a late lunch with Blaine and Mickey.
No, but people eat beef tongue. That's a thing. Lucas nodding.
Yes.
I just can't imagine a cow going, like trying to moo with no tongue.
That's a cow. That's a big tongue.
Oh, yeah, it's a big tongue.
Blaine and Mickey. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 to 3 on 104.5 The Zone.
Gupton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram not only sells great vehicles, they service them as well. Even if you didn't buy your vehicle at Gupton, you'll love their service department. Factory-trained specialists at Gupton offer competitive pricing on oil changes, batteries, brake services, new tires, tire rotation, and more. They do a multi-point inspection to make sure your vehicle is running smooth. This is Brent from 3HL. Do what I do. Have your vehicle serviced at Gupton. 3450 Tom Austin Highway, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Be sure to say Brent sent you. Anyone hear all the mortgage commercials? Wonder how it seems every mortgage company seems to be giving away loans for free? Well, Mike Hoover, Joe Stanford, their team at Accurate Mortgage are here to tell you nothing is free in life. And while interest rates are great and options abound, there is no such thing as no cost or free. What those other companies do not tell you is, while they may waive your fees, they increase your interest rate to cover that cost. In some cases, this may be the best option, but in many cases, it's not. Trust Mike and Joe at Accurate Mortgage to help evaluate all the options that are available to you, and they'll help make you help you make an informed decision, and they'll do that for you. Call today for a mortgage review from the loan advisors at Accurate. You could drop your rate, possibly save hundreds on monthly payments, and if you close in May, your next payment will not be until July. So don't wait. Contact Accurate Mortgage today, 615-833-0456. That's 615-833-0456, or visit AccurateMTG.com. Accurate Mortgage Group, a division of Acopia LLC, is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 4664.
It's the highly anticipated return of Kings of Leon.
This town, I want them to win. I want them to kick butt.
Factual.
I am all about it.
But
go Nashville SC.
But, you know, I mean,
let's go Canes.
There's Will Bowling.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag what?
Yeah, and see,
We never talked about this on the air from last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I
Preds fans are now
guess
wanting
what?
to. They're about to.
I was letting them live.
Right.
I was letting them live. I gave them a day. I said I'm gonna get Will, and then I'm gonna let them live.
This is
And you just brought it back
not
up.
to
Will.
bring in another conversation, but social media marketing is a different language.
At Will_bowling.
People
Get
actually
him.
think I'm cheering for the.
Get him.
Me, Brentwood, born and raised, my whole life is cheering
we
for the
go.
Hurricanes. Yeah,
Hey,
no,
Preds,
no shot.
get him.
No shot. No shot.
So anyway, Don simply came at Buck's poll, right? Is that what started this?
So here, let me explain it for anybody that doesn't pay any attention to this stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant to Buck's polls.
Well, that too.
I thought you meant in chat.
that too. That was a very subtle, subtle shot there.
Nobody
but-
cares about Buck's polls.
So the poll is at Nashville SC being undefeated enough to get you involved? To which I responded, don't they have 4 draws? So that counts as undefeated with the thinking, right? Emoji. Clearly, that is me being sarcastic and pointing out the fact that I have an issue with us celebrating an undefeated team who has won 2 of their 6 games on the season. That's what my tweet was basically implying.
Yes.
So I get this barrage of crazy A soccer fans calling me fat, ugly, stupid, dumb girl. You name it.
Dense.
How
It's
happy
there.
Slay is about that.
Dense is very good. Like this one right here, it quote tweets my I can't tell you that have they been defeated? Question mark. Yeah, I get that. Do you not realize the point of my tweet? It's called sarcasm. It's called, implication. You're missing it. Come on, you got to be smarter. Why is Twitter not smarter? So,
That's a question
here,
you're all asking.
Alabama fan here. The below tweet is brought to you by Auburn University. In all seriousness, though, draws are not losses. The loss column, as of right now, has a big old 0 in it. So, yes, at Nashville SC is undefeated.
But seriously,
Brought to you by Auburn University. Do you really think that I don't know the definition of undefeated? Like, how are people that dumb to where they don't understand what my tweet was implying and saying? And I'm sorry, Will, but to celebrate
I'm ready.
an
I'm ready to respond.
undefeated
Let her
team,
go.
and this is not, I don't hate Nashville
No, I know you
SC.
don't.
I don't hate soccer. I
what
don't
Twitter's taking
hate
away from this.
all of this. That's what Twitter wants to imply, that
the
I'm
experts
dumb, I'm blonde, I'm a girl, so clearly
dare
I
you.
can't do my
How
job.
dare you?
I know. What am I thinking? I got to read another one for you too. That's kind of funny. Anyway, so
I'm gonna get a chance to respond here.
yes. So all of this or whatever, my entire point in that tweet was basically we are celebrating this undefeated team and they've won 2 of their 6 games, and I have an issue with that.
So, it's fair. Oh, yeah, your cutouts in the back of the camera. If it was as easy as you're making it sound, Nashville wouldn't be one of 3 teams left in MLS who's done it. That's the first point. That if it was that easy to draw, Nashville wouldn't be one of 3 teams that's drawing this much. It's Seattle, Orlando, Nashville that are undefeated right now.
3 out of what teams?
27.
Those are the undefeated teams, and they all have draws.
Correct. Nashville SC also last season.
Do you not understand the point of my tweet?
Don't
though?
they leave
No,
the
I do.
world?
No,
Do
I
you
know.
not
So,
understand
I'm gonna defend
what my
you,
argument
Dawn.
is?
I'm
It's
going to
not
defend you in a
against
minute.
who they are. I don't care if it's easy or not. It's the fact that it exists and that we celebrate undefeated teams when they have 2 wins out of 6.
It exists in the NFL too, first of all.
But not to this extent, and you
No,
know
well,
it.
of course not,
Everybody's
but
going to come
that's
with
my
that
issue of,
example.
like-
And here's the other thing in the NFL. I'm sorry, I promise I'll let you
Yeah,
talk.
you're
I'm totally being
No
an annoying
NFL team
person.
has 4 ties through 6 weeks.
No NFL team
I didn't
has
say that.
ever had 4 ties in 6 of their games. 1 and 2, they actually try to break the tie. There is an overtime period. It's not okay. Regulation's over. It's a tie. We're just going to end it here. There is a chance to break the tie and win or lose the game. But I'm against participation trophy, and
No,
I
I
feel
know
like
you are, but-
it's a very participation trophy mentality.
It doesn't come from that origin, though. It comes from the
No,
origin
it
of this is
doesn't,
the way
'cause the
soccer's
sport
been played
does it.
since the
Right.
1800s in England.
Yeah, but we can adjust.
Where
Doesn't soccer fan get
no.
irritated with draws, though?
I mean, to an extent, but the way MLS
Not when
started,
their team is
they did
undefeated.
They did non-traditional
you know
shootouts.
Nashville SC goalkeeper had?
One last night.
One.
Oh yeah, it would ask me about facts about it. Of course, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
No, I
if
mean,
I'm an
Saros
Austin
had?
FC fan and I see one shot on goal,
Well,
and I've waited all day for this game,
a good stat for you as well is that Nashville.
I'm too stupid for that sport. I'm
Nashville's
telling
defense is so good, it allowed Austin Striker to touch the ball
you. Striker.
9 times in 90 minutes. The guy touched the ball 9 times in the entire game because Nashville's that good at defense. I digress.
See,
Don, this
so
is
let's
where-
talk about that, not celebrate
Right.
the fact
Don,
that
this
they're
is-
undefeated.
this
with
is where
2
I'm
wins.
going to
407 minutes without allowing a goal. That's a
That's
stat.
impressive.
It's one of the best defenses in MLS.
Yeah, that's
Here's
impressive.
where I'm going to defend you, Don. Soccer fan in America needs to do a better job of people who have not always been soccer fans in America joining their party. Because here's the thing, it's not their party anymore. And the Nashville SC fans that are going to tweet me pissed off about this, I get it. I also don't care. Because soccer fan in the U.S. loves to be smartest guy in the room more than any other sport. Because as the sport grows, it's one of the more faster growing sports in America. I think we can agree on that. You have
and
to be
it's the
okay.
most popular sport in other countries.
You have to be okay with people not knowing every facet of it and still talking about it. That's
you also
where,
have to be okay with people not liking the fact that draws are a part of the game.
Absolutely.
I get bored by it, man.
And I get it. I can respect it.
I love Nashville SC.
But
I'm civically minded. I'm from here, all of those things. But, man, one shot on goal.
Here's the other
like,
thing.
I will take my kid to a game.
Here's
all
the other
of that.
thing.
Yes.
Nashville SC is the best expansion team in the history of Major League Soccer. They're in the conference semifinals last year and lost in extra time to the team that won the whole cup. Mm-hmm. And they were 1 goal away.
Oh, so they had extra
in the
time
regular
to
season.
actually determine a winner or a loser, huh?
Honestly, though,
At least
and
they
Lucas
did
and I
in
were
the
talking about
postseason.
this a second ago in the green room.
It can happen.
Sometimes no one deserves to win. And in a way,
And that's a
talking
different
about the
point.
Nashville Predators, this team's not in the playoffs right now.
This is America, Jack.
No.
There are winners and losers.
This is
America,
my turn.
Jack.
The Predators, my turn on your show. The Predators aren't in the playoffs right now if they weren't really good at a skills competition that allowed them to get in the playoffs of a shootout. Predators probably didn't deserve, based on the hockey you play in the playoffs, to make it. So this is, in its own way, the most authentic form of you deserve to win. Sometimes you don't deserve to win. Sometimes you deserve to lose. There's more nuance to it. That's what I think I appreciate about it. But me being a soccer guy, I'm not going to ever dissuade people from getting in on a sport that we need more people in on. In this city and in America, soccer fans are not good at inviting people to their party. It's way too much of a smartest guy in the room take, and I'm sorry that you have become the victim of it. It's not fair.
Like this Joshua guy.
Here we go.
Hi, Dawn. Is there any chance you could read the second definition of this word for me? I forgot my reading glasses at the house this morning.
I almost texted
Oh
you
my
this morning and
God.
said, be ready.
Joshua,
this is
are
not
you
gonna be-
dumb? I know what the freaking word means.
It's
like,
a really good
you
team.
have to be smarter.
And I know you got to go to break. This is the last thing I'll say on this, and I'll get out of your way, is that
And Nashville SC is a really good team, and this is taking away from
the
it.
fans get tired of the radio conversation being, are you in or out? Do you like it or not? Like, we need to be able to have not just
we don't ever have that.
I'm not saying y'all. I just mean in general. We don't need to just have the 101 level, the soccer 101. Like, we can do a 150 level and say, hey, this team's really good at defense. That's what NSC fans want more of, is that not just, are you in or out? Oh, like whatever. That to me is lazy. And as this city grows and as people learn more about it, I hope that is in the past soon. Now, that's not a shot at Buck either. It's just a general comment.
That is very well said. And here's also the whole deal. You can support this team. You can want them to win. You can even go to games, and you can still be opposed to the fact that a game can end in a tie.
They're pointing that aggression at you, and you don't deserve it. All right, I'm done.
All right. We've got 2 last
Be
word
smarter.
people in here, but we need to take a break.
Okay,
So,
sorry. Yes.
Go.
Good chat, Will.
Every great Titans moment can be found here. Your home for Titans football and the flagship of Titans radio. 104.5 The Zone.
All right, let me talk about something that will calm me down and make me feel good. That would be Artisan Custom Closets and my beautiful garage system that they put in. It's gorgeous. It calms me down. It makes my head not hurt because everything's organized. Every single thing has a place, and I got to say goodbye to all of my clutter in my garage. So here's how it worked. I went to artisancustomclosets.com. I put in my information. I scheduled my free in-home consultation. Danielle came on out to my house. We went through my garage. She kind of inventoried what I had in there, what I wanted to keep in there, what I didn't want to stay in there, and basically designed my entire garage system so that everything had a place. I mean, my Christmas lights, my Christmas tree, all of that, so that it would be out of sight and organized and beautiful. She did all of that. She sent me a 3D plan of it all, and then they came out and installed it in under a day, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it. Artisan Custom Closets is where you need to go for a similar experience, whether it's your garage, closet, pantry, home office, laundry room, mudroom, you name it. They do it all. They do it well, and guess what? They do it within your budget. There's a lot of different things they can do to make sure that it stays within your budget. Call them at 615-800-2199. If you tell them that Dawn sent you, they are offering 18 months, same as cash financing, now all the way through the month of June. So say goodbye to your clutter. ArtisanCustomClosets.com at 615-800-2199.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle.
and I had friends that worked there. So that's
Pepper Lou.
Yes.
You had friends that worked there.
Yes.
Auburn volleyball players.
Yeah.
Really?
You know that scholarship money doesn't go very far.
Hold on. Hey. See, what a hey. Oh.
I'm telling you, man, you miss a minute, you miss a lot on this show.
Hey. Hey, that would have been wild right there.
That's Ron editing himself right now.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, bartenders at strip bars make a ton of money.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Especially when they only give you like half a bottle of Moet. Tell you it's a
Oh,
whole
that's
thing.
stealing.
That's
right.
That's only
wrong.
Greece.
Yeah, that's only in Athens. And the funny thing is, man, it wasn't even
That
no
never
real.
happens
It wasn't.
here, I'm
No, it wasn't even no real. They were doing real like a play. The strip club was like they were acting out, like it was a play. Like they had words and lines that they would read out. They had costume changes. Dude, it was wild. Like, this is not what I came here for. I did not come to see a play. I mean, I'm just saying. Could've went to Broadway.
Yeah, but you're growing from that experience. You know, you're expanding your horizon.
No, I didn't want to expand my horizon.
Watching
I didn't
theater.
want to grow from that. It was wild. It was like I'm gonna tell you what it was like. You know, USA Up All Night. Y'all remember USA?
Yeah.
Up All Night used to be on, and how I used to blur out scenes, and you'd be like, "Darn, it was almost there when you were younger." You like, I almost caught a glimpse. That's how it was. That's what it was like. Like it was
That 2 a.m. movie.
Yeah. They were having fake intercourse and like screaming and everything, but you couldn't see anything. They were covered up. So it was USA Up All Night. Yeah, that's where I was at.
Right after Silk Stockings.
Hey, I remember that. Joe went down that lane.
What started all this is the stripper shortage in Nashville. It's a problem.
On top of and then we let in the wings. On top of a wing shortage. It's all kind of
There
shortages.
is a wing shortage. I went to a restaurant. I sent you pictures.
Yep, you
I
sure
tried to
did.
get wings and ended up with jalapeno poppers or something.
Yeah, that ain't nothing compared to wings.
Oh man!
Would you like lemon pepper strikeout wings tomorrow, Babs?
Those were amazing.
Wait, you won the bet.
You did win.
Yeah,
the
but
bet.
we didn't never come up with anything.
You know what?
So you know what I was gonna say?
I will purchase lemon pepper strikeout wings tomorrow.
No, but you know what?
It's on me.
Okay, that's cool. Great. You know what I was gonna?
I lost.
You know what the bet was gonna be for you though?
What?
Because I'm trying to start a diet. Me and my lady going together on this. We're going hard.
Oh, so you can't have lemon pepper wings.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I can. This is I was gonna say, Babs, whoever loses can't have sugar for 2 weeks.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
no,
know.
no.
I know.
No.
I know. That's exactly
No,
what I
I
wanted
need
to
that
do.
in my soul.
But it was
No. Hold on. Let me pull out my almond joy for today.
it was so energized out there.
I know.
At Ponchos and Lefties, where we'll be at again on Thursday.
See, we're encouraging each other, except then there's Babs over there with candy bars.
And guess what? Me and Brent both.
We have candy bars in the refrigerator.
We said, nope, we ain't got them.
They've been there for a week.
Yep. King size.
I did not know this. I
Yes.
would have stolen them a long time ago.
Well, one's a zero bar. You ain't touching that
I'm
one.
not touching that. You're
So
safe.
you open the door to experience strength.
Right.
You look at the candy bar that you hadn't had for a week. It gives you strength.
Yep. And
So that's where we are. Meanwhile, straight in the mouth.
she getting it too, boy. God. Just crush us, Babs.
So good.
All right.
Sugar, sugar, sugar.
So the big story today, obviously the Preds evening the series, which we've talked about and we will continue to talk about. But Julio Jones ends up on Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. And they didn't tell him he was live on television until the very end. And I still don't know if it really clicked with him.
Nope. Dead wrong.
Joe Hunk, do you have the audio?
Yes.
We got to play it all the way through because you have to
Yes.
hear it towards the end.
This is Shannon Sharp calling Julio Jones on speakerphone live on television. Listen.
We call? Okay, we are calling. We're calling.
You watching, Julio?
Really hope he answers here.
Julio, have the guts to pick up the phone.
What's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Julio. Hold on. Let me put you on. Can you hear me? I got you. This is your favorite uncle. What's going on, bro? Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you? Man, look. You want to go to the Cowboys, Julio? Or you want to stay in Atlanta? Oh, man, nah, I'm out of there, man. You
He's
out of
out. He's out of there.
there? Are you going to... Ideally, where would you like to go?
Right now, I want to win.
Okay. Well, don't go to Dallas. If you go to, you ain't winning in Dallas, Julio.
Man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know.
Okay.
Can you remind him we're on television?
Ask him why I wore the Dallas.
Listen. You know how people is, man, with all that going on with the picture.
Yeah.
And all that stuff like that.
Okay.
Man, I ain't never been on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's good enough. Julio, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling me back. We on air, but I appreciate you calling me, dog. You know I know my nephew was gonna pick up.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, I ain't going to Dallas, man. I never thought about going to Dallas.
Okay. I appreciate that, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day.
My guess is he never knew he was live on television. And I'll tell you why in a second. Because you hear her mic and you hear Skip Bayless's mic, but Julio can't hear them because he's on Shannon Sharp's phone. So he's not like hooked in through the TV studio where he can hear her say you're live on TV. So then Shannon Sharp at the end says, "Hey man, I got to go. I'm live on set or whatever."
We're live on the air.
And if
but
I'm
we
Julio,
say that if we're in a commercial break, like, "Hey, can't talk to you right now."
if
we're
I'm Julio,
we're
that's
on
the
air.
way I take that.
Right. Yeah.
Not that
I agree
you've
with
got
you.
me on the air.
Yep.
But that like you've stepped away. I got to go because I'm on the air. I got to get back on the air.
Right. That's exactly what I was just calling you real quick while I'm on this break.
But here's the other thing. I'll bet Julio says that he knew he was on.
He gonna cover up for him.
Yeah.
That's his
Really?
boy.
That's his boy.
That's
yeah.
his boy.
He
Okay, guess
I'll
what?
bet
You're
that's
not
what
my
happened.
boy if you put me in a situation like that.
I mean, behind
Shannon's
the scenes,
wrong.
what's it
he
gonna be?
wrong.
There's
He
gonna be a
wrong.
conversation.
I mean, you can't do that, dog.
Do you really think, like, I guess I just find it, like I'm sweating thinking about it. I could never do that to somebody. I couldn't
Right.
do
I
that
couldn't
to
either.
somebody. It's hard for me to believe that wasn't a premeditated conversation. It's hard for me to believe that because I could not do what Shannon Sharp did to him. I couldn't do it.
Nah, that wasn't premeditated.
You don't think?
Nah, he did that on the spot. He did that on the spot.
Now, in terms of radio, sometimes you guys will hear me do a bit where I'll just answer a call live without it being processed through our producer, Joe Hunk. But I always say, if you'll listen, you're live on the radio on 104.5 The Zone because we have to say that. I don't know about TV.
I was wrong. I know that.
But even if you're not supposed to say
Isn't
it, it's
that
still
a radio
wrong.
show though? I think it's a TV show, but I think it's a radio show too.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of bad. But anyway, so Julio Jones not going back. He told you that. Not going to the Falcons.
And not going to the Cowboys.
The betting favorite now, the Titans on FanDuel. The betting favorite is the Titans.
Tighten up.
We'll talk about it more later. When we come back, we'll talk about these Memphis Grizzlies. The 8 seed took down the 1 seed Jazz in Utah. Brevin Knight, who works as an analyst for the Memphis Grizzlies television network, will join us next on 104.5 The Zone.
After dropping the first 2 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Predators pulled out 2 overtime wins at Bridgestone Arena over the weekend against the Carolina Hurricanes. With the series now tied at 2 games apiece, the Preds look to steal Game 5 on the road tomorrow night. Continuous team coverage all day, with your first chance to react after the game on 104.5 The Zone TV, on Nashville's home for the best Predators coverage. 104.5 The Zone.
Home loan rates are incredible right now. They're back down again. All the more reason to call Loan Pronto right now. Get your new home loan, lock in the rate of your lifetime, and take advantage of Loan Pronto's special zero-cost refi program. Snag that low rate with no junk fees, no closing costs. And listen, they don't just roll closing costs into your loan. A lot of people expect that. They actually cover them for you. Who else does that? Even if you just refinanced, maybe you refinanced last month, maybe you refinanced last year, do it again. Loan Pronto's all-digital process is fast. It's easy. Most loans get closed in 14 days, and most of them do not even require an appraisal. So call Loan Pronto now. Start the process before those rates spike again. I just started the process as well. You can do it now. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. 615-499-5780 is Loan Pronto's number if you want to check them out online, and you can do it online, loanpronto.com. If that current mortgage rate starts with a 3, act now at 615-499-5780. 5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval. Not all loans eligible for zero cost.
At the Tennessee Men's Clinic, we talk to men about sexual health issues all the time. And the one thing we hear often is how erectile dysfunction often makes bedroom performance both a disappointing and intimidating experience for a man and his partner. If you're over 50, what I just described could very well be happening to you. ED is a performance destroyer. It ruins your confidence and makes what should be a wonderful time of intimacy both stressful and unfulfilling. If this is a problem in your life, the Tennessee Men's Clinic can likely change your situation dramatically.
into one of the best. We're just going to hear this. Michael Jackson's bad. Dylan Brooks has turned into one of the better two-way players in the game, one of the better young two-way players in the game. That dude can lock you down on defense.
Yes, he can.
He and John Morant combined for 57 points. Think about that duo moving forward as they get more playoff experience.
I was just going to say, like, this is fun. Future, wow, bright.
That's facts. And just imagine when Jaren Jackson Jr. gets his feet up under him. Like, that guy right there can play. Like, Dylan Brooks, though, he's a guy I've been loving since Oregon, man. You talking about compete? He's going to compete every single time on both ends of the court.
And this isn't why I love Charles Barkley, but it's a reason why I love Charles Barkley. So in the postgame, Barkley, they get to him for his question, and his question wasn't really a question. It was more of a complaint that he had bet, I guess, that the leading scorer in the NBA playoffs in that game would be an American, born in America.
Right.
And Dylan Brooks was born in Canada. So Barkley's like, wait a minute, man. I thought I won. Where are you born? And he goes, Canada. And then they moved on to another question from Kenny the Jet Smith. I don't know. So anyway, so Memphis and Utah. So they got the split already. They can play with complete freedom in game 2. Valanciunas didn't play great, and I say he didn't play great, 15 points, 12 boards. But he wasn't the same dude underneath. And so here we are with this 1 seed, 8 seed matchup. And so we're looking forward to that.
You've always been on the Ja Morant train.
I was on the Ja Morant train in the draft.
Yep.
I was like, that's my guy right there over Zion. And everybody told me I was crazy.
You picked him to have the better career long term. I remember us having that conversation.
And listen, I think they're both awesome.
Love him.
I just wonder about Zion's body breaking down before Ja's, but
durability, yeah.
Ja does make me nervous the way he attacks the basket.
Yeah.
That's a big old body. That's a big old body moving.
So yeah, and the other part of that is JT got Ja Morant on the show, and I happened to be here by myself that day, and I was like, hey man,
remember that. I missed it because I'm like, man, I could have told this kid how obsessed Brent is. Brent has a man crush on him.
I told him.
You did tell him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a full disclosure show, man. I'm in love with you. I'm going to tell you I'm in love with you. I ain't going to hide around and pass you notes in class.
Ain't no need to hide. Ain't no need to hide.
So I said he had gotten the key to the city in Murray, Kentucky that day. And I go, hey, man, does that key to the city get us in the walk-up Dairy Queen? He's like, what you know about the walk-up Dairy Queen? I'm like, hey, man, I know things.
I've been up there in them parts.
Yep. Here's Brevin Knight, works with the Memphis Grizzlies TV network as the analyst. I don't know how he works next to our friend Chris Vernon, but
we call? Okay, we are calling.
On a day-to-day basis. Brevin, hey, man, thanks for the time, bro. How are you?
I'm doing well. How y'all doing? And I can only take Chris and the doses on the TV.
He is so funny.
No,
man.
I love Chris. I'm just playing.
I do too, and we go way back, and the stuff he does on the radio and for the Grizz, great stuff. You do great stuff too. Man, this team is fun to watch, and it's funny. I had 2 different friends that hadn't really seen them play this year that both texted me the same message early in that game. This team is not afraid of the Utah Jazz. And I'm like, no, that's in the DNA, man. Grit and grind.
Mm-hmm. and the thing about this is they played 2 of the 3 games they played versus Utah this year were good games. And so they knew that they had an opportunity to beat the Jazz. And in the month of May, they played their best basketball. And getting consistent play from guys here at the end of the season has been terrific. So to be able to play the underdog role as young players is good. It feels good to want to go out because if you're going to prove yourself in anything, especially at the professional level, you have to do it against the best. And so they have the opportunity now to catch the national eye, and they did it in game 1.
Brev, I appreciate you coming on with us, man. Let me first say, how much is it with Donovan Mitchell being out, guys looking at it and licking their chops to like, no, we don't want no excuses. Let them play so we can get at them.
Well, for this team, there were enough games this year where major players sat out for the opposing team and either struggled to get a victory or lost. And so to not see Donovan Mitchell on the other side did not change what their performance was going to be. Now, you understand that they're a different team with him on the floor, but they didn't want to look at that as at any type of a disadvantage because Utah is still an excellent team without him. And so, you listen, when he's ready to play, he'll be ready for game 2. So they don't have to wait long to see him. And I think they'll be just as competitive with him out there as when he wasn't.
All right, check this out, Brill. Now, see, we got all that out the way. Now let me say, this, y'all hear him laughing. For the listeners, man, this is an OG. You know what I mean? Me and his brother have a great relationship, and it spilled over into him. How difficult is it for you, Brill, to be on TV and talking? I want to know this personally, and you're not a guy that really sugarcoats things. So, how often do you get to talk to these players and tell the players how it is and what you think, or do you stay away from that?
Well, because of this season with COVID, we haven't had a chance to interact with the guys at all. But as you know, I still have that competitive nature to me. So we have a button. We have a button that I can push that has
it's the Brev button.
It's a button that I can push, and I can say all of those things that I really want to say, but I can't say on air, and then I let off of it, and then I come back, and then people say, "Okay, that guy definitely graduated from Stanford." but if they heard what was said before that, there would not be that thought at all.
Yeah, that'd be the Brick City Jersey kid that's coming out.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Hey man, you got a young nucleus down there with Jaren Jackson Jr. Him getting his feet back under, and how far is predicated on him as far as this team going far in this series and hopefully winning this series?
Well, they're going to need him, and he had a long layoff. He's out about 8-9 months with his knee surgery from last season in the bubble, and so it just happened to be that the time that he came back, which was in May, was a time where it was high level basketball. And, you know, you've been out for that long. It's hard to adjust already coming back, but you come back for having to play against teams that are all desperate. Every game means something. And so he's still just trying to find his footing, but there have been those times where you see the defensive efforts that we need, the blocks. And so as long as he can do the little things, then we know that offensively it'll come for him, and because he's such a good player. But in order, I think, for the Grizzlies to feel comfortable about being able to win 3 more games against Utah, they would like for him to find a groove.
Taylor Jenkins doing a terrific job for you guys, man. Yeah. As far as the maturation of John Morant goes, who do you think is the guy? Because us watching it on TV, you see Taylor Jenkins, and then you don't really know who's right there on the bench and the guys that are putting in the work outside of being on the floor at that time, but in the practice and in the film and everything. Who's a guy that you would say, man, that's a guy you really need to watch, and it could be up and coming as a coach sitting on that coaching staff?
Well, I think because
or is it you, Brev? Or is it you? Because I know my guy.
No. I'm fine with the ability to go out there and people think I know everything, but I have my wins and losses. I'm still undefeated. So that's why I tell everybody, that's why y'all like me so much. I don't have an effect on anything. I just run my mouth. But I think that there are a couple of guys with Scooney Penn being over there, Vitaly Potapenko. He's been coaching for some years now. But I also think, I don't know how many of them want to do it at the college level, how many want to stay in the pro, because now you're seeing a lot of guys that may have been pro assistants for some time start to take college jobs. Right. So I think what Taylor gives every one of those coaches is the ability to have a voice. And by having that voice and learning, then they're getting experience, just as the players get experience as the season goes along. And I wouldn't be surprised that if one day one of those guys pops up as a head coach, maybe in the league, but also in college.
Brevin Knight with us, Memphis Grizz TV analyst. And we'll get more into this Utah Jazz series. But as you're talking about big picture things, we were talking about this during the break, man. Ja Morant and Dylan Brooks, moving forward, as these guys continue to play more minutes together and play more games together and get playoff experience together, I mean, that's foundation. I'm not even talking about Valanciunas yet. But
right
in the backcourt, though, that's foundationally great for this franchise.
Yeah, Ja has been I think even more than what we would have expected in terms of the leadership qualities. You never know with a young guy what that will look like. You know how good he is. You know how good of a person, but how well will he adjust and adapt to being a leader of men? Because now this is now grown men business, and so he's done terrific at being able to do that. And so with Dylan, and I tell everybody, Dylan is doing exactly what he's done day one when he stepped in for the Grizzlies, when he had an opportunity to play. He's just become more efficient at doing it. Defensively, really getting after people, understanding not just technique, but what the opposing players' tendencies are, and really takes that away. And on the offensive end, he's gotten really good at knowing that he can get into the mid-range with his handle and his ability, with his athleticism to kind of fade on his jump shot. He knows what moves he can get to. And so I think just the growth of those two guys, and a lot of that has just taken place throughout this season because they truly believe that they were a playoff team, and they played like it throughout the year.
I think another positive moving forward in this series is that, I think it sounds crazy to say a guy that had 15 and 12 didn't play well, but I didn't think that Valanciunas played nearly as well as he has been playing. And I've heard you and Verno talking about how he's literally the most underrated guy in the NBA. I think you can get some more out of him, which will certainly help in this series.
Yeah, he missed a couple of shots that he normally makes, but I thought that was the case for a lot of what the Grizzlies did. The one thing he did, though, he would stabilize the game when the Jazz were kind of going to a situation where they grabbed some offensive rebounds. And that's what the Grizzlies will need for him most. Not allow Gobert to roll to the basket and get easy layups, keep him off of being able to create second chance opportunities, but then give the Grizzlies more opportunities. That's a big reason, why the ability to have so many more possessions than Utah did. They're going to have to win that battle to make up for the threes, that Utah will make. And so, he's going to have to be just more efficient. But I thought that they did a good job of getting their shot. More times than not, when you do that, they'll go down.
Brev, I'm gonna put you right now in the boom boom room, and this is a part of the show, man. When we get a guest on, that we take, it's definitely you know me, and the uh-ohs come with it. So, what I want you to do is, man, keep your arms and hands inside the ride, man, and enjoy this ride. And answer with short and brief answers, and then we'll let you out and see if you can get the door unlocked. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. Stanford or Vanderbilt?
Oh, Stanford.
Who's smarter, Stanford or Vanderbilt?
Stanford.
All right.
Wait. Can I interject one real quick while you're on Stanford?
Yes.
Who wins one-on-one, Brevin Knight or Jerry Stackhouse?
Oh.
Brevin Knight.
I'm telling you, this is a competitor now. I'm telling you.
Stackhouse going to just try to back down every time, and I'm going to get quick enough to get one steal, and then I just got to score from there.
I love it.
We're going to record that, send that to Stack for you.
Hey, Brev, right now, man, a pickup game with you getting the winning bucket or you playing 18 holes and finishing it up on the 18th?
I want to, right now, playing 18 holes of golf, finishing up on 18 with a even par round. I would take that more right now.
Okay, see, I see my guy. All right, West Coast or East Coast, being Jersey or Stanford?
East Coast. I'm a Jersey kid.
I know this. All right, man. You have made it through the boom boom room. We're gonna let you out. When you get out, make sure you watch your head, man, and enter out to the right. This is what I want to tell you though, B. Do you know how important it was, man, when we were in the D League? And to get that break to come to Charlotte and kick it with you, dog, do you really know what that meant, man? Especially with the D League paying like it was paying now. Now, I know it's totally different now, but then, dog, I probably saw a $1,200 check once. You know?
Well, listen, I love y'all. Y'all became brothers just like Brand, and you knew y'all were always welcome to come down, let your hair down, and come watch some games and hang out for a minute. It was as good for me as it was for y'all.
No doubt, man. We appreciate you showing the love, man. I always remember that, dog.
I love it, man. Hey, looking forward to this series, man. Love watching this team play, and you guys, Mikey put it on Twitch. Pete and Brevin are a great broadcasting duo. Appreciate you, man.
No, thanks for having me, man. Well, yeah, we'll have a good time. We'll it'll be fun when we get games 3 and 4 here. I can't wait to hear FedEx Forum with 10,000 in there.
Love it, man.
Yep.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, now y'all have a good one.
Good looking, bro.
Brevin Knight. He was on the golf course earlier today.
Yes, he was. That's my guy. He love it.
Let's get Andy in Mount Juliet in here real quick at 615-737-1045. He wants to talk about Dawn and soccer. Andy, what's up?
Nah, I don't want to talk about Dawn. I got Bav's back. That is my girl. These soccer people have lost their mind, and I don't talk religion or politics, but if Megan Barry had been more interested in the vibe of Nashville instead of having sex in a cemetery, that soccer team wouldn't even be here right now. The racetrack could have used the extra parking for NASCAR coming to town. And if the Miami Dolphins would have had a tie in 1971, they wouldn't be the only undefeated team ever.
This is true.
Come on, guys. Pick this soccer team up and go somewhere that wants you. We don't care about you. You're idiots. Get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh, Andy.
Oh, that was Trash Talk Friday on Monday.
Gosh, that was Trash Talk Friday.
Cemetery sex and soccer.
I mean,
Do you want to ask any explanations on anything?
you don't know.
Titans football, the
Smoky
passion
Mountain
that
Tops.
unites us all. Your home for Titans football and the flagship of Titans radio. 104.5 The Zone.
New countertop is the center of any kitchen or bathroom, whether you're remodeling or doing new construction. Your countertop selection will go a long way in determining the overall look of your dream kitchen or bathroom. My friends at Smoky Mountain Tops can help you with all the different options out there. Let the experts at Smoky Mountain Tops help you choose the right countertop surface for that dream space. Smoky Mountain Tops, one of the few who are fully accredited with the Marble Institute of America. They offer the widest range of quartz, granite, and marble available. Voted Best of House Award for Design and Service, Smoky Mountain Tops will assist you every step of the way in making your countertop selection. Exclusive partner of the Nashville Predators, Smoky Mountain Tops. Call them today, 615-331-8786, or check them out online, smtops.com. Smoky Mountain Tops, quality, service, and dedication.
Termites are swarming, mosquitoes are buzzing, and ants are biting. Yes, the signs of spring are all around us, and nothing will spoil outdoor fun more quickly than mosquitoes invading.
Lost your mind.
Yep.
Alex Doherty from A to Z Sports gave you a great stat, and you just lost your mind, started swinging your shirt around.
He did it. He sent me on one.
And the stat was in games where the Preds went 0-2, they were 5-0 in games in Game 5.
Game 3.
Game 3, yeah.
Yep.
5-0 in Game 3.
Yep.
That's it.
And
When they were
then
down 0-2.
I felt so good by that. I had to stand up and let everybody out there at Bridgestone know about it. And on
Everybody.
Broadway. Everybody.
I mean,
Everybody heard it.
That's right.
Everybody was
Right.
looking back up at Poncho and Lefties from
That's right.
Bridgestone Plaza.
I wonder where the little Hurricanes fan went to.
Chaz.
You boy, hey. Brent sure remember some names, boy.
I bet they had a good night because
They
they
had
were.
a blast.
My wife listening right now
They
is
had a
like,
blast.
Slay. No, he doesn't. Ever. I remember names for like 2 days, and then I'm really bad at that game. Well, so Taylor Lewan, they show him on the Jumbotron. He's holding his daughter. His wife, Taylor, is next to him. And then they show the video from him chugging beers through the catfish. And so he gets lost in the moment.
Yep.
And then somebody throws him a beer. He starts chugging the beer, loses his shirt, goes crazy with his wife sitting next to him and his daughter. So evidently, he ended up buying jerseys for everybody around him. So Nate Bain from the Titans tweeted this out. Rumor has it that this big goon bought new Preds jerseys for everyone seated around him because he got beer on their clothes. What a guy. Taylor Lewan retweeted and wrote, "The rumor is true."
See?
And your response to that was?
I
should
have been there. I should have been sitting there because I want a Preds jersey. Hey, Preds, I want a jersey to represent.
With a 35 on the back with Slay?
They ain't got to have my name or number on there. It's cool.
I'm watching this.
How about Juice?
Speak.
Ooh, give me or you know what? Since I had the opportunity and we interviewed Joey on here.
Yeah.
I'll represent Joey.
That 9 line looking good.
There you go.
Getting Duchesne
Right?
up there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Dude, if Arvidsson's ready to go, I'm not breaking that lineup.
Why would you?
Mm-mm.
Why would you?
Forsberg, Johansson, and
I wouldn't.
Duchesne?
Not after. Here's the deal, though. After as much skating as they've had to do, you need everybody.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
No, I like that. I'm
just
yes,
telling
Babs.
you,
Yes.
you're going to need everybody because I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking exhausted watching those games. Can you imagine
question.
skating
You need
in
depth.
those
Yeah,
games?
you need
Can you
depth.
imagine? So here, the Predators tweeted this earlier today. They said, Smashville, sorry, not sorry for taking up exactly 8 hours and 10 minutes of your time this weekend. These guys were on the ice for 8 hours and 10 minutes.
It felt like it.
Hey, they're professionals. They can go, man.
Yes,
Hey,
they can.
they've won 2 in a row. It's a lot easier to go skate around when you've won 2 in a row.
Let me say this.
Think about where Carolina is.
Mentally.
Yeah.
That's where I am on it.
Yeah, where are they?
Preds in 6. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all this whole time. Preds in 6.
Oh, my God.
It started when there was 16 people out of 16 that said the Preds didn't have a chance.
That's right. ESPN prognosticators.
That's right. Tell you.
2-2.
That's
Now,
all we had to do to get you going.
That's it. That's all I needed.
listen, it's a best 2 out of 3 now.
Man, hey, man. Hey, man.
But if you're Carolina,
Yeah.
if you're Carolina, what just happened those last 2 games? Are you that performance? You know what you go up against with UC now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that kid. I was
Hey,
talking
man.
about it in on Friday night. I'm like, it's so reminiscent of Pekka back in his golden day, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so reminiscent. Like, okay, team, not exactly totally getting it
The
done,
same,
but that guy was standing on his head. Same thing with Juice.
117 shots against in the last 2 games, 110 saves. That is a 940 save percentage. The leader in the NHL this year in save percentage, 932.
Yeah.
Man.
That's how good he is.
That man, I said it. He's no longer a goalie. He is a shortstop. That man plays it differently, dude. Like, I ain't. Now, granted, I ain't been watching hockey that long, people.
Yeah, you're a new fan.
But what I'm seeing.
But speaking of 35, that's Pekka's number.
It is. And I remember watching it when Pekka was on his run like this. Like, hey, man, I'm telling you now. I am telling you now.
Yeah. And I just look at that and I think you're Carolina, you come in, you know how much of a better team you are. I mean, 16 experts know how much of a better team you are. You know how much faster you are than this Preds team. You know exactly your strengths where you can demolish this team, and you've done it, and you know exactly what you have to do. And then all of a sudden, you walk into their building, and there's a little bit of momentum, and there's a little bit of a confidence, and they found some lines that work, and you're thinking, what in the world?
Oh, snap.
Who is this team that just tied up the series? And then you start playing tight.
Yeah.
And then you're maybe not quite as aggressive. And then all of a sudden, that's how this Preds team can surprise you.
And that Preds team gets a little looser as you get tight.
Loose.
We playing with
and
house
loose
money.
And loose.
Yep.
Here's the other thing. They have confidence. And seriously, if you're the Canes, like, it's almost like trying to kill the like Jason in Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Like, what do we have to do to beat these guys? You know that's what they're thinking in double OT.
Maybe you shouldn't have let them win those 2 games at the end of the season.
And think about game 2. Game 2 was 1-0 for a long time.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I'm ready, man.
No.
Now, game 6.
Man, shake a hand, man. Send them packing. And the Carolina wins.
Win game 5, and then come home with a handshake game in game 6. 8:30 start time. Bridgestone Arena is going to be lubed up, baby.
Hey, boy, if I don't see a belly on the glass, Taylor Lewan,
We saw a
listen,
Taylor
dog.
Lewan belly.
Yeah, man. See, all he had to do was go down 2 stairs, and he would have been right there on the glass, man. They would have went wild, Taylor. That's
you know
what
what my favorite side-by-side of that entire sequence is first him waving to the crowd with his sweater on and his
calm.
adorable, beautiful little girl and his wife sitting down next to him, and he's just high, and it's all clean and like well behaved. And then not even 15 seconds later, he's chugging a beer with his sweater off, and his wife is dying laughing next to him. His daughter's just staring at him like he's crazy. I mean,
She knew it was coming. His wife was looking like,
it was just
It's on the way.
two complete, and within like 30 seconds of each other. It was unbelievable. So
Worked up
good.
quickly.
So good.
We all know that. Let's go to Tony the Stud, 615-737-1045. What up, Tony?
Man, I just got off the golf course, so I'm tuning in. Ron, you already know, you and Taylor, oh, man, belly on the glass doubles for double overtime. I'm calling it right now. Call your shot. Call Ron Slay and Taylor Lewan on the glass, belly, no shirt.
It will be on.
Hey, man, I just wanted to call in and talk about how exciting it was this weekend, man. Ron, I know I was falling asleep in the first double overtime game. Ron told me, he said, keep fighting. That's exactly what Nashville did this weekend. I feel like, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on it, but I feel like the crowd for Nashville, the energy, it really helped out. It was a big push to keep us alive. UC Saro's best goalie performance I think that I've seen in my lifetime back-to-back, especially being playoff hockey, being down on the ropes 0-2, coming back knowing that you got to do something. It was enlightening to see Nashville win these 2 games because in the back of my mind, the thing that I think on the backside now is if the Canes are one of the better teams in hockey and Nashville can beat them, what does that say for the rest of it? They did sweep Chicago as an 8-1 to make it to the Cup. So, man, I'm just really excited to see what the future holds for the next games.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you, bro.
Tony.
615-737-1045. Ramon chiming in on Zone TV said, J Mart said Canes in 6.
Get him.
Yeah, J-Mart does. See, J-Mart, you just stay at home, man. Don't you come in the rest of the week. Don't you worry about it. You stay with little CG. I'm going to handle y'all show. I'm going to run that one. We are not going to do that. That's blasphemy, like Stephen would say. Yeah, come on, man. Preds in 6. I called it. And that wasn't no emotion or anything. Boy, they lucky. I call them 4-0. I call them 4-0 right now. Sweep, gentleman sweep. If you sweep somebody like this is a gentleman
After the
sweep.
0-2?
Yeah, this is a gentleman sweep. Gentleman sweep on Prebs. Prebs? Who the heck is the Prebs? But the Preds. Gentleman sweep.
I love it when you correct yourself. It's so funny.
Well, now we're going to have to correct all these people, all these naysayers. J-Mart.
They say they're keeping it real.
Yeah, that him and Will Bowling keeping the wheel. Let's go Canes and the guy picking them in 6. That's as real as it can get.
Will Bowling.
Yeah, Will.
At Will _Bowling. He did say that.
He did
We'll be right back. 3HL 5 o'clock hour coming up.
Buck Reising is the local Titans know-it-all guy. The Buck Reising Show. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 104.5 The Zone.
Sports betting legal in Tennessee, and we've been talking a lot about hockey playoffs, man. It's getting intense out there. And a great way to supplement that viewing is by going online and getting signed up at action247.com. Get a little jack in the game. And you can do it with the this is the way I prefer, and most people do too, probably. Download the apps. They're up and running, Apple and Android. Check them out, action247.com. Again, the website. Get signed up, and you will be ready to go. Pro basketball. Every night you've got something now. You've got playoff activity every night. And here's the thing. When you throw like 10 or 20 in to something you don't normally watch, then boom, you have an entertaining evening because you're going to watch it. And you're going to have fun, and hopefully you're going to win. So check it out. Send me your winning bet slips at Brent Doherty on Twitter. Love to support you guys. Action247.com, the only local legal sports book in the state of Tennessee. By Tennesseans, for Tennesseans. These are the local guys. Action247.com. These are the guys that I use. Must be 21 years or older and present in Tennessee to bet. For gambling problem support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
This is Brandon Tierney with a
with up to 50% of savings on top brands. Plus, now through Memorial Day, get an extra 15% off coupon to save even more. Shop Memorial Day savings at eBay today. I-40 eastbound between Highway 70 and Linwood Road out in Lebanon. Still working on a wreck through there, as well as a crash at Nolensville Pike south of Haywood Lane. Also, another injury crash at Lebanon Pike west of Alejandro Drive. Be on the lookout for that. I'm Joshua Clay with traffic on your home for Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
From the Mark Spain Real Estate Studio, WGFX Gallatin, Nashville, a Cumulus station. Our season never ends. Your home for Titans and Vols football. Trending now at 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon. I am Joe Hunk. Now, you've heard all afternoon long about the conversation that Julio Jones had with Shannon Sharpe on FS1's Undisputed. After that conversation, FanDuel released new odds with the Tennessee Titans in the lead at plus 175 for landing the wide receiver. Moments ago, Adam Schefter tweeted out that the Falcons are looking for at least one first-round draft pick for Julio Jones, as well as they do not want to trade him inside the NFC. Check for the Tennessee Titans. We'll see what it leads to. Also, congratulations to Braves outfielder, /third baseman Austin Riley. He was just named the NL Player of the Week. Over the last 7 days, Austin Riley has hit 6 home runs, had 11 RBIs, had 9 runs scored, and batted .462 during last week. And the Preds and Canes are all knotted up at 2 games apiece. Who could they be facing in the first or in the second round if they get past the Carolina Hurricanes? We may find out tonight as the Tampa Bay Lightning go to finish off the Florida Panthers as they lead 3-1. Puck is supposed to drop at 7 p.m. on CNBC. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent.
This is eating candy. This is where we are. 5 o'clock. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
I'm in the building.
Don's pissed off.
Bring it up.
The soccer community has come at her. And she was just kidding about the fact that the undefeated Nashville SC has 4 draws. So it makes it a little less impressive that they're undefeated.
Oh, I wasn't kidding about that.
But people should know that doesn't
were the
move,
people
though.
that were calling you all kinds of names.
Yeah. I should read some of them. Actually, some of them I can't read on air.
When does participation awards move, Babs? That's the
See, that's the problem. And I've always had an issue with that part of the game, too. And I understand that it goes way back and it's the most popular sport in other countries. I get all that. I get it. I get it. And
I don't have the attention span for it.
No.
That's not a soccer thing. That's a me thing.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's me.
It's not you. Help me help you.
Yes.
Right? But I could go have a party. Like, if you want, like, we can all go down to Nissan Stadium and go watch a game and have a great time, I'm sure.
Blast.
Well, and here's the deal, too. Like, I'll sport a Nashville SC shirt. I'll take my daughter to go watch a game. Like, that's Nashville's team. I don't care what sport it is. I'm going to support a team that is Nashville's team. Period.
I would say I haven't thought about giving it a chance, mainly because I've watched soccer.
Because you don't want to watch a tie?
I think it was more exciting in Europe. Honestly, I haven't been to a soccer game here, and maybe I could be persuaded, but Europe is a little bit more exciting because the same energy we put into
like
football and
football.
all that. Yeah, like
Right.
that's the same energy they put into
They're
it,
lighting
so.
fires in the bleachers in there.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
You definitely don't want to score an own goal. No.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. So, yeah, it's just a different feel.
Yeah, some countries you're going to die if you do that.
Absolutely. There's a 30 for 30 on that.
There is. There is.
Yes,
all right.
I did get one bless your heart response, which
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
that's what I'm talking about. That's how Nashville soccer fans should respond.
And I get, like, soccer fan wants you to love their sport. Like, and we as people, you included, listening to us, we don't love everything.
And that's okay.
And it's okay.
Oh, and here's this is going to blow your mind. We can have different opinions.
I know.
And that's
That's
okay. And
amazing.
that doesn't make me a dumb blonde.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't make you an idiot. I cannot like the fact that we're celebrating a team as undefeated that has 2 wins in their 6 games.
But you can, as you said, celebrate the fact that they haven't given up a goal in more than 400 minutes.
Which is really
since
impressive.
April 24th, which is amazing.
I mean, in 1 month. It's been a total 1 month span since
Right.
they've given up a goal.
And, Will Bowen and those guys do the soccer show Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock right here on 104.5 The Zone. You can get all the Nashville SC coverage you want.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
Here's
can't
one
wait.
of the tweets. So obviously, I respond to Buck's poll. Don't they have 4 draws, so that counts as undefeated with the thinking emoji? Clearly, a sarcastic response, right?
Yeah, because technically they're undefeated.
Yes, because technically they are undefeated.
2 wins in
Absolutely.
6 games.
So I mean, clearly, I'm not asking the question. I know what I'm responding to here. Will Hammond, who is a dad. He's a dad and a loyal husband. Wow, let that ignorance flow. Is that what drives your ratings? I'll make it simple for you to understand. They have as many L's as you do listeners. 0. Well done, Will. Well done.
I mean,
way to bring it. How old are you? 12? Good job.
To be fair, this radio station, as I said the other day, this radio station hasn't been healthier in more than 2 years.
Right.
Actually. But thank you.
But thanks, Will.
Matt
One
Moon,
of those statements is false.
Matt Moon, it's like MMA, NASCAR, or even hockey. It's a niche sport. Doesn't make it less important. Doesn't make it less
Nope.
important.
So there you go.
Definitely true.
But that's the thing. The same can be said for hockey. Absolute. Same can be said.
Yep.
And look at that building downtown this weekend.
It was awesome.
Totally
It
different.
was
It's growing.
amazing.
Progression.
And as Will said, it is a really, really good team. Really, really good team. Your only problem was that, you took a sarcastic comment that we do every day in football or basketball, and you just
Every
got annihilated.
And attacked personally for that. Well, and the number of people that didn't realize that it was a sarcastic comment and who are telling me what the definition of undefeated is, yeah.
Twitter needs a sarcastic
No,
comment.
Shiano Sherlock. I know what the definition of undefeated is.
Because I'm quite sarcastic.
Twitter needs a what?
A healthy percentage of what I say is sarcasm.
Twitter needs.
That's what
I
that's
don't
what I
know
thought
what
it.
Twitter needs.
That's what I thought it was for. I thought it was entertainment. Sarcastic entertainment.
Yep.
A lot of times on Twitter.
By the way, Julio Jones, as we mentioned, FanDuel has the Titans the leader for Julio Jones.
Which has not been the case.
Look,
Hold on.
For those wondering how you make this work, we've said this for a long time, maybe since before you were on the show, Ron, that Ryan Tannehill is still restructurable contract-wise.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You've been pitching
And the
this.
Titans have openly talked about that.
And Roger Saffold said that he would restructure to stay here. So they do have the ability to go get that money.
Is there?
And now, I forget which reporter it was, Tom Pelissero or whoever, Ian Rappaport, I don't know, one of those guys said that it's not even a first rounder now, that they think you can get Julio Jones for a second-round pick. I'm in. If the finances work, I'm in. Because think about, Jacksonville could make a run at him, right? But he said he wants to go to a winner. But, I mean, they have all kinds of money. They've got a number 1 draft pick quarterback and all of these things.
Right. But if he wants to go somewhere he can win immediately, which he needs to because he's at the end of his career.
Well, the reason why I brought them up, though, is I started thinking about having to play him twice, and I don't want to do that.
No.
So that answered my question.
No.
I don't want to play him twice, so that must mean that it would be a pretty good fit on the rush. Plus, my thought about him, and I don't know him. We've been around him, once, or a couple of times. But my feeling is that he would embrace this style of ball.
Yep.
The I'm here to win. I'm here to work. I'm here to pop you in the face. I'm really serious about
win
what's
now.
going on.
Yeah.
And think about I don't know, Buck or somebody was bringing this up. Maybe it was Mickey was bringing this up. I think it was Mickey and Alex Apple. Think about the window. Because, how many years do you have with Tannehill playing like this? How many years do you have with Derrick Henry before he starts to erode? I mean, think about the running back position.
It's now. It's now.
Go
get
now.
it. Yeah, you got to go get it.
Go get it. Right,
gotta go
Ron.
get it.
Go get it.
And it's at a position that you have a lot of trouble with. You don't have the depth.
Right.
Now. Yeah. So, yeah.
This will be accepted by the fans.
Real quick, back when we had all these conversations about Jadeveon Clowney, not to bring up a very, sensitive subject, might turn your stomach a little bit, but didn't the Titans end up as the favorite towards the end of that journey?
Yeah. And then they really were the favorite when we broke the story before it happened, a couple days before it happened, which might have made some of us nervous for a couple days. Like,
well, because you had said,
please don't change your mind.
Yeah, it's probably going to, it could happen as early as today.
And that was Friday afternoon.
Yes.
And
then
it happened Sunday.
It happened like late Sunday. And I'm like, are you sure you're right, Brent? You sure you're right?
I was sure I was
think
right.
So.
I was sure I was right.
As long as he doesn't change his mind.
Exactly. And that's the stuff you start to wonder about. It's like Ron when he was at Oak Hill, like, I'm not going to Tennessee.
Yeah. Got to worry about it.
It's a good thing nobody went with that because you changed your mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Looked a little silly.
615-737-1045 if you want in. When we come back, Buck Reising is scheduled to join us.
Uh-oh.
And speaking of Julio Jones going on the air with Shannon Sharp, knowing or not knowing that he was live on television, we still don't know the answer to that. Again, I think he's going to say that he knew, but my guess is he didn't know.
Right.
And that's bunk.
Buck put your text message on Twitter today.
The conversation leaker.
I don't know if Don's upset about that. Neither do y'all. And neither does Buck, but we'll find out when we come back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
After dropping the first two games in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Predators pulled out 2 overtime wins at Bridgestone Arena over the weekend against the Carolina Hurricanes. With the series now tied at 2 games apiece, the Preds look to steal Game 5 on the road tomorrow night. Continuous team coverage all day, with your first chance to react after the game on 1045 The Zone TV, on Nashville's home for the best Predators coverage. 1045 The Zone.
Has she seen an engagement ring she really loves? A unique look from a top-notch designer? You won't find it at just any store, but you will at Genesis Diamonds.
At Genesis Diamonds, we work with the most sought-after designers in this country. We are proud to feature lines like Tacori, Verragio, Kirk Cara, Henry Dawsey, A. Jaffe, Jeff Cooper, Gabriel.
throw a fit about Julio Jones and being tossed under the bus there. You put out our text. You put out a text where I cursed. I'm not a big cursor.
Come on.
Whoa.
Come on,
Whoa.
What did you just say?
Boys, stop. Carry on, Buck. Ignore the
You're a live
back.
mic away from being fired.
Now, here's what I'll say. I am in the wrong on this. I am totally prepared to take this L because you're right, Dawn. I should not have, without asking your permission, tweeted out that text conversation. But I will say that it is good content, and I knew that you would forgive me, so I did it anyway. And it was funny because for the first time in our relationship, you're on the wrong side of a Twitter ratio, and I'm prepared to dig in. So it's making me very happy. I hope that I have not offended you.
Look at you. For the sake of content, I don't really give a shiano about you, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
You took the L. I've never heard you say that.
Oh, no, because, she's absolutely right. Like, if I thought it was something, like, legitimately serious, I would have never done that. But this is funny, and actually, what's happening to – let me be clear about this, because I don't want to be on the wrong side of this. What's happening to Dawn on Twitter is not funny. These people who are coming after her are wrong in the things that they are saying to her. And, like, it pisses me off that people would attack my friend that way when it's just clearly one of these usual back and forths that me and Dawn have on Twitter. So the soccer fans that are out here attacking her in this way, completely and totally unacceptable. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. There is no excuse for the kind of behavior that I'm seeing. But from my standpoint, what I did was funny. What they're doing is mean. And so I'm on the right side of this.
That is true. And that's not to say, that is very well explained. And that's not to say that you can't come at me and have a different opinion. It's just don't come at me and say, you dumb, blonde, stupid girl, blah, blah, blah. Your opinion's crap. Just tell me why you think my opinion's crap. It doesn't have anything to do with if I'm a girl, I'm blonde or skinny or fat or tall or whatever. It's not that hard, guys. Not that hard. Anyway,
listen to me. Me and Dawn Davenport, all of you trolls out here, because I got a piece of. I was very, very upset with somebody that came after me yesterday because I decided I was going to DVR the Preds game instead of watching it live. God forbid I go to my little sister's high school graduation in the middle of a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, I did see that.
And then go back and watch the damn hockey game after the fact. So you and me, Dawn, we're going to find these people Liam Neeson style. We got a particular set of skills. They better sleep with one eye open, because we are on the opposite side of things very, very often. But in this particular situation, we will be allies and we will take these people down.
When you went back to watch on DVR, did you utilize the fast forward button at all? There was a whole lot of hockey games.
Oh, I'm sure. It was 8 hours and 10 minutes total in 2 games. I'm sure you did.
Without question, it's a much more efficient way for me to be able to watch it. I had a little bit of FOMO because it looked like a great time. I was out of town. Maybe I should leave town more often when the Preds have a playoff game, because every time I watch them live, they piss me off and they look terrible.
Please don't watch.
So for this, Slay said, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah, I need
it. But it's okay. It's the 21st century. I can DVR the game and still have time to watch it before my radio show and then talk about it intelligently. It's not that hard.
I don't disagree with that. I had to DVR the second half of the game on Sunday because I was at a flag football game. So now I will say the referee who was reffing the 9-year-old flag football game had the Preds audio on his phone of the overtime period in his pocket. And so I made him stand right next to me on the sideline so I could listen to
That's what I'm talking about. Innovative.
Just positioning officials at flag football.
Yes. Hey, I'm going to need you. Come this way just a bit. There you go.
I can't see her on the Zoom, but I can just see her like beckoning with one finger.
That's exactly.
Yeah, except it wasn't that finger.
Well, Buck, I feel for you that you get the anger and hatred that I have seen today on a daily basis because of some of your dumb takes. So there you go.
Listen, I appreciate you sympathizing with me.
I also blame you. This is all your fault.
No, it's your fault. Don't respond to one of my polls because I'll take you down with me in these Twitter sewers, Dawn. We're in this together at this point. Welcome to the show. But no, what is said and like in all seriousness, like what people are comfortable saying to women on the internet, especially women in sports, like it very, very much upsets me. So I'm serious when I say the next one of you comes after my friend Dawn, we're gonna have words out in these streets, digitally or otherwise.
There you go.
And we always look at the profile, and it's always like Christian and with
Dad.
like a Bible verse and
With
dad and
4 daughters. I'm like, oh, God, you a-hole. Come on. You cannot raise daughters.
Buck, the next
if
thing
Lucas Panzica was back there, I would call for the Caleb Farley sound, rebuking that in the name of Jesus, because these people need to be cast
Yeah, I
out.
rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Any play.
Boom. Go Hawk.
Go. Good job, Hunk. No,
All
all
right.
that,
him calling me an attention whore in a previous radio show. You've now redeemed yourself by a point. You're still down a couple.
Thank you.
But you're all right.
There you go. Hey, all of this to say, I'm pretty much an open book. I was okay with the tweet of our text.
Yeah, she was just giving you crap.
I just like to give you crap.
Well, I wasn't going to feel bad about it either way.
Yeah,
Dawn.
I
love
know,
you to
clearly,
death.
which kind of actually makes me think even less of you. So there you go.
Hey, Buck, how can we get you involved in what the Memphis Grizzlies are trying to do out in Utah?
Well, how can you get me involved? What do you mean? I'm financially involved already.
Listen. Speaking my language. There we go.
I like it.
Listen, I'm dying to talk about the NBA. I really am. And in the midst of me having to like hyper download all things Nashville sports from the weekend, after the primetime show last night, I was keeping tabs of what they were doing in Utah. And I mean, Dylan Brooks I don't know when he became this version of him, but really since that playing game a handful of days ago against the Golden State Warriors, where he did his damnedest to lock up Steph Curry. Probably the most important play of that game was him fouling out and them not having any kind of an answer for nuclear Steph. But he has been on fire. They have looked, I mean, they're basically the same team every year with a fantastic point guard, a defensive and high efficiency rebounding team that is not doing much else. But Utah's a very, very good basketball team. And for them to be able to get game one on the road is fantastic. The state of Tennessee in sports this weekend, outside of Vanderbilt, undefeated. And that is what that's what needed to happen for the University of Tennessee to win the East in some sport for the first time since the 1990s.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. By the way, Corb's talking trash. I've got that quote for you when we come back. But great job, man. Appreciate you. And you're presented by Buddy Allen Carpet. And BuddyAllenCarpet1.com is the website. We love Zach and Jenna and Judson Allen and all those guys.
Without question, we sure do. And especially because of what Buddy Allen Carpet One can offer you. Claws and Paws flooring sale. It's going on now because pets, they bring so much joy to your home. They also bring lots of wear and tear specifically to your floors. Like this morning, my cat, both of them got locked in my office last night because they like to play behind the doors. And, when I woke up this morning at 5 a.m., there was a nice gift on my carpet. But because I have Buddy Allen Carpet One pet safe flooring, I was able to very easily clean it up. And I was able to go about my day with minimal stress. I was a little stressed. I was not a happy camper this morning. But because of Buddy Allen Carpet One, I was able to maintain. You can go check them out at 2405 Levin and Pike in Donaldson, or you can give them a call at 615-883-3289.
J-Mart and Ramon.
But I ended up getting the wife a new Ford Explorer. He had this Ford Mustang on the lot.
So you picked that up also?
Picked it up.
Come on, man. I sometimes pick up like Altoids. You're like, I was buying her a car. I decided, I'll buy that Mustang too.
J-Mart and Ramon. Tomorrow morning from 6 to 10.
104.5 The Zone.
Share it, comment, tag, like, do everything you can on social media and on Zone TV. We're active. We want to hear you. We want to hear your feedback, especially before you get riled up before the game tomorrow.
No question.
Mm-hmm.
What time are we looking at tomorrow? 7
What
o'clock?
time is it? 7 tomorrow.
Oh, 7
Yeah,
tomorrow.
8:30 on Thursday.
Thursday, 8:30. I got that wrong.
You know what? I really loved on Thursday how we got to kind of just set the stage and then go right into the game.
Well, guess what?
That was fun.
We get to set the stage again, even though it's an 8:30 start. We still get to go back to Poncho and Lefties.
Yes, and I will
Right.
have chicken.
Roll it back.
Hey.
I got to wear the same shirt.
I get
Like, everything
See,
has
Babs,
to be the
that-
same.
Hey, man, I was just looking at the picture saying I'm wearing the exact same outfit I had on.
I got to wash Baby Babs'
I ain't even washing mine.
outfit.
Trying to figure out what I wore. Got to go back and look at the picture.
Do you know what? I don't remember what you wore, but I do remember you at the beginning of the show saying something like, "Oh, I look like a banker or something."
Yeah, he just got off work and was going to get a drink.
Here's what it was. It looked like I had a circus day on Wall Street, and then I got fired at the end of it. That's what I looked like.
Because you were like, I'm like sweating, and I got my sleeves rolled up, and I'm unbuttoned.
Hey, I just want people to come out. You did unbutton. You was hot and bothered out there, huh?
Oh, here we go. I see it.
People, we need you to come out. Come out and have a great
Come
time.
see us.
Yeah, great time. You might even get a shot ball for you.
That's
That's true.
It happened.
That is true.
It happened.
I do love seeing people in person.
Yeah, they
We
nothing
need
like
some more
it.
live show. You know what we need? We need a live show at a Nashville SC game.
I'm in.
That's what we need.
I'm in.
That's exactly
on
what
Sundays?
we need.
Yeah, I stand up there with the.
Oh, are
the
they all
scarf.
Sundays? But I think once they get the playoffs, aren't they during the week?
Well, it doesn't matter. We can create our
Who's
own
off on
Nashville
wait,
SC
whoa,
event
whoa.
on like a Friday.
Off on Sundays. Who's off on Sundays? Soccer,
Soccer plays on Sundays.
don't they?
Yeah, but I'm saying, don't they? Once they hit playoffs,
Now,
aren't
what
they
did
in the
Hunk
middle of
just
the
say?
week?
Hunk just said something.
I said that the Nashville SC play on Sunday, so the show's not on Sunday.
I know we can make it on Sunday.
I mean, there's plenty of people that really know soccer in this town on my Twitter, so I'm sure they'll let us know when they play.
What did you just say, Slay?
I thought, yeah,
Did that just slide past me there?
Yeah. He said we could do a show on Sunday.
Oh. I don't know what you're smoking. You can do a show by yourself on Sunday.
Not smoking. There might be some gummies involved.
Monte Cristo.
Tennessee wins the SEC East in baseball for the first
Go
time
Vols!
since 1997. And was this a shot from Coach Corbs over at Vanderbilt? Quote, do you remember the SEC East Division champion 2014? Do you remember the national champion? Was that a shot from Coach
That's most-
Corbs?
that's
Like it's
most-
no big deal to win the East? Was that where he
That's
was going
most
with that?
definitely a shot. And kudos to him.
I love
Stir
it.
the pot. Stir
I'm
the
here
pot.
for it.
Stir the pot.
I told you, man, he was going at people with the crowd after they played in Knoxville.
Babs not believing it.
I don't believe it. I don't think that was a shot at Corbs. I can just hear him very realistically
I think
say,
it was a shot, Babs.
I don't think it was a shot.
I
It's
think
Corbs.
Corbs is
I don't
smart
think it
enough
was.
to play chess, and everything's done for a reason.
I don't think it was a shot.
Okay.
Man, I'm trying to give him credit. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I want him to stir the pot.
I want
Vitello.
I
will
want
respond.
Vitello to get
There you
paid,
go. Yeah.
and then Tennessee and Vandy becomes
Ooh,
this
yeah.
smack-talking baseball thing.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, that'll be beautiful.
Can we talk about how insanely crazy talented the SEC is when Vanderbilt is a 3 seed
Right.
in the baseball tournament?
Right.
A 3 seed.
They're
Right.
a 2 seed in Baseball America, or they're a number 2 team, but they're the number 3 seed in the
Yeah,
SEC.
number 2 team in the country, number 3 seed in the
It's
SEC.
I mean,
That
that's
is.
crazy.
That is, Babs. You're
I
right.
will say this. There are some SEC, it's just like basketball. There are some SEC coaches out there that don't really care about making a run at Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Vitello's in that group because of where they are with their program for sure.
Nah, he's sprinting the Hoover.
But here's the thing.
But you think maybe West End is in that group?
Maybe. I mean, he's right when they won the national. Remember the one year they won the national title, they got bounced in Hoover and then went and made that run. And then 2014, might have been the same year. I don't know. 2014, they finished 6th in the SEC
Mm-hmm.
Saves
and
your
won
pitching.
the national championship.
Saves the pitching.
Saves
Oh.
the pitching.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
and they've
yeah.
got the pitching to do it. They've got the pitching to win it all. Nobody.
Right. Ain't no question.
And
We'll
neither
question
of
that.
those teams need Hoover to host a regional next weekend.
Right.
Right.
Tennessee needs a lot of things to
2
happen.
weekends.
Like, I mean, they win with swagger. I was talking to an agent buddy of mine that's in the baseball agent world, and he's like, Vitello, he was telling me how great Vitello is. He's like, man, he's single. He's married to baseball. That's all he does. That's all he thinks about. And he goes, he doesn't even have guys yet.
Wait till he gets some.
He goes, if you think about it, he goes, Jake Rucker is their best player. He's like a third-round pick. He's like, wait till he has dudes.
It's going down in. It's going down in.
Love it. Let's get Cheeseburger in here real quick.
Cheeseburger
because he called earlier and I couldn't get to him. Cheeseburger, what's up, man?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
We're good.
I'm good too, man. Hey, I will come down there and see y'all Thursday if you want. I'll even do some shots with y'all. I'll do shots with y'all before the game. I'll even take my shirt off and do some shots with y'all.
All right, Cheeseburger. Might did a couple already. That's my man. Let's roll it, baby.
That's a call right there.
Let's do it, Cheeseburger. Hey, you don't scare me.
What do we have? Andy earlier that said if Megan Perry wasn't having sex in the cemetery, we wouldn't have.
What do you call it? Cumberland Christie? What was the name?
Wait.
Turn.
Back at it tomorrow.
I'm gone.
He's out the building.
You got people after you now, man. Recorded version of 3HL next on 104.5 this morning.
104.5 The Zone TV. Watch us now. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope.